Send one last spam to the server. And I hate to delay things, but we need to, I want to turn off the damn, oh, Battlemetrics is all messed up. I'm trying to turn off the damn announcement so it doesn't keep spamming the whole time. Sorry, give me 1 second. Let me turn that off just so I don't forget, because I definitely will. My wife will get home right about the time this meeting ends, and she'll be bugging me. All right, spam should be turned off. Cool. All right, testing 1, 2, 3. Everybody can hear me okay?
What?
Loud and clear.
Unfortunately. All right, let me get my meeting notes up over here. All right, we're good to go. So, sorry, I'm moving windows around everywhere. Okay, now we're good. Get your shit together, T. Can you hear me now? Good, good.
Yep.
All right. Everybody, welcome to the server. Sorry, it's when I click my Streamlabs window. I think it takes focus and stops my mic from transmitting through Discord. So I was moving all my windows around, getting everything situated there. All right. Welcome to server meeting. We do this every month. Blah blah blah. You didn't lose me again, did you? Okay. All month long we take notes on things we want to discuss with the players. We also take notes down for things we want to bring up to you guys that we're working on, new things coming out, things we're fixing, things we're changing, things we're getting rid of, whatever. Once we go down that little list of notes that we have, we will turn the floor over to the players where you guys can raise your hand, ask a question, give us feedback, give us comments, give us suggestions, or just tell us to go fuck ourselves or tell us you love us, whatever. It's all good. Try to keep your question quick and simple. Because by the time we get to that point, a lot of people are like, okay, can we get on with this? I want to get back to my night. Ourselves included, by the way. So just keep it sweet and simple. As we're going through the notes, if you think of questions you want to ask, just type them down a notepad or something like that. That way you've already got it written out and ready to go. When you go to ask a question, you can either type it or you can talk. It's up to you. But anyway, just, write your questions down. Don't try to ask them while we're talking, because we won't be answering them from the chat until we get to that portion. So anyway, and once all that's done, we usually hand out prizes in game. And while that's going on, I'll usually stream the next map coming up for those that are interested to see what it looks like. You will need the stream tonight. A couple of the things we're going to go over, I will be showing, not just telling. So if you don't have the stream open now, at least be sure to open it later so you can see what we're trying to show you get. Anyway, with that said, and the good news is, like I said earlier while we were chit-chatting, I've only got, it looks like about 6 notes. So there's been times we've got 30. This shouldn't be too long of a meeting, so we should be good. Unless T rambles like he always does. All right, so the first one. Let me see here. I like to order these, get the negative ones out of the way early, and then move on to the positive ones. So, yeah. All right, we'll hit this one first. It's kind of ranty. So this one, yeah, like I said, this one's ranty. Obviously, some shit was happening that week that we're getting tired of, so I kind of typed up this note here. I'm just going to read it. So if it's got an attitude in it, that's why. If you even hint at, then I just can't play here anymore, or I guess I'll just have to be done then, at all, even the slightest bit of a hint at those things. If you even think that thought in your head, anything, when opening a ticket, we immediately have zero desire to help you. The world could be on fire, and that one tiny sliver of an attitude knocks all the wind out of our sails to bother helping you. It is an immature and ridiculous way to play a video game. The whole, oh, I guess I can't play here anymore if we don't do what you want us to do for you. That's like dialing 911 and telling them that if they cannot completely fix everything for you, and 90% of the things that you report to them having nothing to do with the police, then you will just throw yourself off a building. That is literally what that translates into. So please stop doing that. We've had enough of it. I know that sounds rude and it sounds like I'm being an asshole, but like, you don't understand. 90% of the tickets that get opened are for rust things. I fell off of something and died, whatever, rust stuff. Or hey, I can't find my backpack. Usually an alligator dragged it down the river and people don't realize that. Well, we can't give it to you. We come check. It's accessible, so you need to find it yourself. We can't help you find it. Well, that's not fair. I lost everything. Well, okay, we still can't help you. That's just rust. You need to find your own backpack. Well, if you can't find my stuff for me, then I just can't play here anymore. Like literally every ticket, we get that same response. Well, I guess I'm done with this wipe. Some of them even go further. I had my whole family come in here to play, or what trigger? Like I was going to donate. My whole family was going to donate.
I had my family and neighbors coming.
Everybody was going to donate. Like that. Literally, they basically try to blackmail and bully us into cheating and playing the game for them. So again, I know I'm rambling. I know I'm ranting. I know I sound like an asshole right now, but we're so tired of hearing that shit. When you ask us for help, and we're trying to help you, and anything we do that doesn't do exactly what you want is, well, fine. I guess I can't play here anymore. Cool. Our response is fine. Then get the fuck out. Go play somewhere else. I don't care. Like again, our job is to put bodies on servers. We want players. We want all of you to stick around, but we don't want to be threatened with, well, I guess I can't play here anymore. Like keep that, take your ball and go home.
Cheat for you.
Yeah, we will not cheat. Yeah, if your issue is a rust thing, a normal rust, we had one the other day. The cargo ship ran some guy over as he was trying to drive his boat up under it to, jump on the ladder, and it ran him over and killed him. Guess what? That's rust. That's normal rust. Luckily, he did manage to find his shit or whatever, but like that's normal rust. We don't help with normal rust stuff. We help when our plugins break, when our map breaks, when our server breaks. That's it. So, and no, by the way, that guy wasn't being a dick. Just make sure that's clear, just in case he's in this meeting right now. He wasn't being a dick. It was a good example of something that seems glitchy, but it's not glitchy. That's just how Rust is. There's certain things in Rust. That's just the way the cookie fucking crumbles, We're not here to cheat for you. And we don't have magic buttons either. A lot of people are like, I know you can, what was that one guy the other day? He was like, I know you can just look it up and see that this and that. And like, no, the fuck we can't. Like, Face Punch.
Well, the other one's fix my boat.
Yeah, fix my boat. Like, we can't do that either. Like, or can you move my vehicle for me? Like, no, we physically don't have a way to move vehicles for you. Like, Face Punch does not give us some magic button that we can press to fix all your problems. Like, we can fly, we can turn invisible, and we can God mode. That's pretty much all Face Punch gives us. So yeah. Anyway, the point being is, see, I rambled. I knew I would. The point being is, stop with the threats. I can't play here anymore. If you don't like, oh well, then don't play here anymore. Like, we're not gonna take that shit anymore. Thank you. Anyway, moving on. That was the most negative note I have for the night, by the way. This one's from Kyo, but she is not here because she is driving home from work. Explain to the players the importance of server role selection in the Discord and how beneficial it is to the admin team when responding to support tickets. Yes, correct. Looking at this channel, it looks like most of you have your server. Oh, look, Peter Baelish. Come on, man, get with the program, bro. I'm just teasing. If you guys go into our Discord and you go to the channel called Server Info, which is up near the top, and you click the little reaction under the server that you main on, it will assign that role to you. And it'll actually open up a lot of channels and stuff that you don't have access to until you do so. So please go select your server. I know it sounds trivial. You're probably like, what the hell's the point? But it helps us a lot because what it does is when your ticket comes in, we already know where the hell you are and who you are and everything because you select that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't need to be like, hey, okay, what server was this on? Or we don't have to, go read. We can just see it right away. So it helps us a lot. And it does open up other channels that you may not have access to if you didn't select that role. So please select your server. Oh shit, Juice is in here. Hey, Juice. Your mic's not working though. All right, moving on. Explain how loot tables work and how RNG works. Apparently, people still do not get it. Dungeons, scrolls, same old shit as always. Correct. So, for those who don't know how RNG works, I'm going to tell you just from the code. This is how all RNG works from the code. You ready? Everything has a probability between 0 and 100. Let's play with legendaries dropping when you kill a zombie horde. What's a good legendary? Somebody name me a good one. I don't know what you guys like the most. Which one's
Tool.
Triggers, Jackhammer, are good. They're whatever. The Triggers, Jackhammer. Let's say it's got Enforcer. Yeah, let's do Enforcer. No, we definitely got to do Enforcer just to fuck with target. Enforcer has let's say Enforcer, I have it set to probability of 10, right? The lower the number, the more rare something is. It's set to 10. Right? It's not really, but let's just pretend. So when you kill a zombie in a zombie horde, the game rolls 100-sided dice. And if you get a 10 or below, Enforcer drops. If you don't, it doesn't drop. That's how RNG works. So with that said, if something's set to 50%, right? 50% drop rate. That does not mean half the time it's going to drop. That is not how RNG works. If anyone's ever taken a statistics class, that's a hard word to say. That it doesn't 50% doesn't mean half the time. That's not how that works. And 10% doesn't mean 10% of the time. You could have you could flip a coin, flip a penny, and you could flip a penny 1,000,000 times and only get heads all 1,000,000 times. Even though you had a 50-50 chance, you could still get heads 1,000,000 times. That's how RNG works. So we have no control over that. Like, I know some people are, yeah, but something's wrong. I've done this so many times. But it doesn't matter. We have no talk to the gods, the old and the new, because it's got to be something up there. It's not us. All we can do is say, hey, on that 100-sided dice, this specific thing, I want it to happen if you roll a 5 or a less. That's all we can do. What it rolls, we have no control over. How Unity, we use Unity random number generator, and however Unity rolls its random number, that's all we can fucking do. Is we can tell it, hey, I want you to pick a number between 0 and 100, and if it falls under this threshold, we want you to make this whatever happen. That's how RNG works. People really need to understand that, because I'm getting so tired of the tickets about like, oh, dude, something's broken. I haven't gotten this, and it's supposed to be 20% chance, and it hasn't. I've done it, 10 times now, and it hasn't happened but once. And that's not 20%. That's only 10%. That's not how RNG works. Please stop putting tickets in for RNG. Thank you. Moving on. I told you I was going to get the negative ones out of the way first. Next note. Stop putting scrolls or whatever other custom item in vending machines. It is crashing clients. Yes. I think didn't I just code something the other day to prevent that?
I think you did.
Okay, cool. So that's kind of a moot point at this point. But anyway, yeah. Custom things can't go in vending machines. It literally was crashing people's clients. Like, and anyone that came within render distance was crashing also. So please stop trying to stick that shit in vending machines. Sell it a different way. All right. Moving on. What do we got here? Oh, Chappie, this is your note, but I'll handle this one.
Okay.
Stop posting pictures of build violations or larger builds in chat. Look, we get it. People will build, but there is no need to shame them. If you truly feel the base is wrong, that is what the ticket system is for. If it's just lagging, if it's lagging just you, decrease your settings. Yeah.
Say the last part.
No, I'm not saying the last part. That's such elitist bullshit. Nobody cares about your stupid hardware. Anyway, so moving on. Chappie likes to swing his hardware EP around with his specs.
To be fair, I don't even own that one. I was just saying that.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, please stop policing builds. Like, if you physically, literally, like, oh my God, I flew by this base and my whole fucking system shut down on me and it went and lit my house on fire and it kicked my dog. Cool, put a ticket in. Let me go look at this base and see what the fuck's going on. Other than that, please stop trying to police builds. It's just, because then it puts us in a bad spot. If we don't do what you want us to do right then and there, then you're mad at us. Like, oh, I reported this base and they didn't do shit about it. These admins are fucking lazy. They don't do nothing. But then if we do go do something about it, we come to find out, oh, that was a team of 8 players. No wonder the base was so big. And now they all just quit because we just yelled at them for their base. You get what I'm saying? Like, it puts us in a bad spot. We either piss off them or we piss off you. So how about we don't piss off anybody and you just let us do our job? And yeah, we do need to remove windmills. Like, please stop using windmills. How many people we got in here? 62. If any of you are new, please stop using fucking windmills. They're pointless. They don't give you shit for power. They're laggy as hell. And we give you test gens literally just for blinking your eyes. So go get a test gen. Go get a test gen.
Don't forget the other consequence tickets like that.
What?
Somebody puts in a ticket and we actually do something about their base because it's way over, then that person becomes the server police and they start looking for shit.
Yeah, it does snowball. Yeah, exactly. Because then we get that too. So, I'm going to pick on Dark Knight. He's talking right now. We go to Dark Knight's base. We're like, bro, I know you're new here, but you got like 74 windmills. You got to take these down. Or you can't have a base this big. And then Dark Knight's, well, fuck, I didn't know that, but whatever. And then he does this thing. And now he's going to go around the whole server and find any base he can find, because the first thing people always say when we go to talk to them about their base is, I've seen bases twice as big as this. Cool, we get it. There's other bases too. We know. So please stop being base police. All it does is cause a big snowball of drama, and nobody wants to deal with it. Like, again, if a base is causing a problem, we'll handle it. And damn, we're down to just 2 little notes left. Look at that. Another note, quest NPCs in more tricky locations. I wish Nit was here. This is Nit's baby. This is Nit's baby right here. So, the quest NPCs. I'm talking about Meep or everybody calls him Meep. His name's actually Roadrunner. Carmen, Waldo, all them. So originally, the way that was done is actually when I coded that plugin, I coded it to look for a special map prefab, like when I made the map, and that's how the NPCs knew where to spawn or where their valid spawn points they could choose from. That's a pain in the ass to do, like working on the map, or we get a spot and then the map goes live and come to find out like that's a bad spot, like Waldo's kind of glitchy in that area. And anyway, it's a pain in the ass because then I can't fix it. It's just stuck that way. Or a monument's broken and then you can't get to Waldo because he's behind a door you can't open, shit like that. So I made a plugin that not only does it use those map prefabs, but it also allows the admin team to alter and create or delete or whatever those spawn positions live. So what we do now is this is Nit's pet project because he loves messing with these things. Is now when the map is on the test server and we're prepping it for the next wipe, Nit will go on there and he'll go find a bunch of cool places to put the NPCs. I mean, they're still in the same monuments they were always in, but they're in more tricky places now because all he has to do now is literally go stand in the place he wants the NPC to be and type a command, and then go stand somewhere else and type a command, and he can make all these nifty little tricky spots for the NPCs. Again, they're still in their respective monuments. We're not totally screwing you guys and moving them around like that. But they are definitely going to be in more tricky places now. They're not going to just be in the same old one or two spots. You find them in an outhouse inside of a monument, or in some crazy side room that you never thought to go into. So just keep that in mind. We've had tickets coming in, and which means Nit did a good job because tickets are coming in already. Oh, I can't find it. Can you make sure this is working? And yeah, it's definitely working. We just got them in more tricky spots now. So no, he has to physically put him in a spot that can be accessed on the ground, or parkour or something. But no flying required, no clip required, no glitching required, just legitimate spots. But again, tricky ones. Yeah, that was you, Navy. But anyway, but no, I mean, I expected tickets like that, dude. We're putting them in tricky spots now. I totally expected that. So anyway, I'm putting the warning out there for the whole world to hear, so that they're in more tricky spots now. So just so you know ahead of time. And again, you got to remember the reason I even wrote that plugin in the first place was we found players that they're just min-maxing in Pound Town on leveling, and then they're like, I'm just oil rig, raid, dungeon. They don't do any of this custom content. And we put a shit ton of work into our maps. And I'm like, dude, nobody's fucking doing the fun, like all the stuff we put all this work into. So let's make them get out there and explore these custom monuments. And how did we do that? With the quest NPCs. So that's the whole purpose.
100% they may be behind a card room.
Oh, yeah, absolutely behind card rooms. Matter of fact, all the default locations are usually behind card rooms, but Nit wanted to put them in some more tricky spots too. So. No, people do bother to find them. Absolutely. We just want to let them know that they're not broken. That's the trade-off here. People are like, they must be broken. I'm not finding it. Well, look deeper. Giggity.
Yeah,
Right.
it's still easy to find. It's not like they're hiding above the ceiling behind a wall. No, they're literally there. You just look around and pay attention to your surroundings, and you find them.
Yep. All right, moving on. Damn it, I thought I had another thing too that I forgot to put in my notes. Hopefully it'll pop in my head later. I totally forgot. I'm gonna move on to Blood Moon. So I think this might happen. A lot of y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of the newer people won't have any clue. They're gonna be like, what? So we've been bouncing back and forth and arguing about PvP Day for a long time. I'm gonna tell you right now, from an admin standpoint, and I know you guys are like, oh god, here he goes, he's gonna bitch some more. From an admin standpoint, PvP Day is the bane of our existence. There is nothing we despise more than PvP Day. Like, it is literally just the bane of our existence. I can't even think of a better phrase for it. We lose tons of players on PvP Day. Every fucking PvP Day, we lose people. 100%. Newer players log in, they get fucked. And every PvP Day is the same thing. And by the way, when I say this, some of these people are in the channel right now, and they're going to think, oh my God, he's targeting us. No, I'm not, because you guys are veteran enough to know, when I say what I'm about to say, that this happened way before you, and it happened before that, and it happened before that. It's like a cycle. Every couple months, a new group is doing this. But every PvP Day, there's always that one group. It's a huge clan of people, and they just steamroll everybody else on the fucking server. And then that discourages everybody, and it causes drama, and everybody starts bitching and fighting about it and blah, blah, blah. And again, I'm not targeting the group that is big right now because, again, you guys know damn well there's always one of these groups out there. Even 6 years ago, there was a group like that. The cycle continues. So it just causes drama, and then everybody's like, oh, it's not fair. They 7v1 to me. Well, who cares? It's PvP. There's no fucking rules. Or we get the constant like fighting about, oh, you Rocket PvP'd me. Like, who fucking cares? It's a tool. You have the same tool. Why don't you use yours? It's just drama. It's so much drama. We're so sick of it. We're so tired of the drama. We're so tired of losing players to PvP Day. I put a vote out months ago. Should we get rid of PvP Day and do something different? I had a cool idea. Actually, I think it was a player who had the idea, but I had a cool idea that we proposed instead. And I think the vote ended up being like 75-25% or something like that in favor, or maybe even higher than that.
It was higher than that, I think.
Maybe 80-20 to get rid of PvP Day and do the other idea instead. I didn't do it because even then, 20% was still, like 20-30 players that were voting no. So I still didn't do it because I don't want to piss anybody off. It really sucks when you get between a rock and a hard place. I want to piss off 50 people or do I want to piss off 30 people? I don't want to piss anybody off. I really don't. I just want people to fucking enjoy our servers. So I didn't do it. For those that are wondering, well, why didn't you do it? And I slept on it for a month. Then I was like, nah, we're just not going to do it. And then I just watched and watched, and more drama and more drama and more fucking PvP bullshit. And finally I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's try something. So even then I wasn't sold on doing it. I went opened up and started coding. I wanted to see if I could code what the idea was. And I did. And it works. And it's actually really cool. Would you guys like to see it?
Yes, T, we would.
Yeah.
The dramatic pause is me making sure I got Rust open and shit in the background. By the way.
Right.
I know it was very dramatic, but it's like, let me make sure I got my shit together here. Obviously, you're going to need to be in the stream if you physically want to see it. So if you physically want to see it, you're going to have to be in the stream. I guess there's the link one more time for you. There you go. Subscribe to my OnlyFans. Oh, yeah. Get it. There's only 26 of you in there right now, so I want to make sure everybody sees what they want to see. Everybody good? Okay, I'm about to start showing it here. Let me switch this to Rust. Okay. So the idea, has anybody here played 7 Days to Die? Yeah, no, yes, no.
No, what is that?
What is that? Okay, cool. Love 7 Days to Die. One of my favorite all-time PvE games ever. Matter of fact, me and the admin team are playing it right now as a break. I don't know if you guys noticed it. In the summertime, it's kind of like when we slow down a little bit and take a break. All winter, late fall, early spring, we bust ass. 18-hour days, we fucking kick ass. Just so that in the summertime we can slow it down a little bit and chill. Which is why we haven't been putting out that many update logs lately. So we've been playing some 7 Days to Die, just chilling. We got a little private server, Zombieland server we all play on right now. Anyway, love 7 Days to Die. But you guys know the Blood Moon. All the zombies come running. So what we did here is we coded Blood Moon for Rust. And so what happens with that? Well, here's the suggestion. Here's what we're going to do. Instead of PvP Day, we're going to unload a couple plugins, not a lot, just a couple. And if you guys, by the way, I'm still open to suggestions. This is literally like a trial here, testing this. But some of the, like I'm unloading the shop for one thing because, I'll explain why in a second, but that's going to unload the /s. And when it happens is instead of PvP Day, it's going to activate Blood Moon. When it activates Blood Moon, the sky's going to get a little more ominous looking. The moon's going to get a glow tint, a little red glow tint to it. The sky's going to get, a little glow of red to it. It's going to get a little foggy out there. It's just going to be real spooky looking, right? And that's going to be PvP Day now. As far as I know, we'll start it at the same time we started PvP Day, which for those that are new here is usually 8 p.m. the night before a wipe. That way people had time to get home from work and stuff like that. You didn't want to come home from work and you're already fucking raided. If we need to adjust that time, we can, because obviously the threat of being raided isn't as real now if we're not doing PvP Day. But anyway, so what's going to happen now is when PvP Day activates, quote unquote, it'll be Blood Moon. And Blood Moon's going to, again, the sky is going to be a real fucking obvious indicator. I also coded a plugin for this, by the way, a whole ass plugin. The plugin's going to put a Blood Moon like icon on your screen at the top middle, right under your compass, so you know it's Blood Moon. You'll always know. Plus, that way, new players can be like, wait, what's going on? And you guys can explain to them what it is. That way they don't freak out. Anyway, zombie hordes are going to be insane. So when Blood Moon comes out, zombie hordes are, I think right now I have it configured 10 times as many zombie hordes. And each zombie horde can grow 5 times bigger than it can grow now in terms of number of zombies. They can also merge together into super hordes. Their health, their damage, their speed, everything has changed. It's all higher. They're going to hit harder. They're going to take a shit ton more damage. They're just going to be super zombies. For those of you who play 7 Days to Die, think feral. They're going to get feral. And there's going to be a shit ton of them everywhere. There's one other thing. You may not like this part, but I do. All the restrictions on what they can blow up on your base will turn off during that time period. They will go full on nasty. They will be able to blow any part of your base. Walls, floors, foundations, TCs, your loot boxes, whatever. They can blow it all. Again, this is only during Blood Moon. And some people are going to be like, wait, that fucking blows. I don't want to lose my shit. Well, I mean, the alternative was PvP day where you lose all your shit anyway, and then some guy calls you an N-word. So at least the zombies will eventually if I can get that working, but for now they don't.
Teabag you.
Yeah, I will get them to teabag you, though. I'm pretty sure I can do that. Anyway, so... sorry, I had to get comfortable. So anyway, yeah, when Blood Moon activates, I'm about to show you guys, by the way. When Blood Moon activates, like I said, they lose all their restrictions on what they can destroy. They get extremely strong health, damage, speed, even their senses, by the way, how far away they can sense you. They will attack sleepers. They don't attack sleepers normally, but when they're in Blood Moon, they will attack sleepers. So even if you're not online, they may start fucking your shit up. I mean, they are going to be brutal. You need to seal yourself in your base, like no windows, no doors open. Make sure they can't see you because they will be brutal and they will foundation wipe your shit. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. I had players actually tell me like, well, turn off quests and turn off this. And no, actually, if you're fighting zombies that are that brutal, you deserve to complete your quests or find a legendary from them or, complete your Infinity Stone quests. Or you deserve to get all that shit. So I had people telling me to adjust the loot so they don't drop all that stuff and they don't count for quests, but I don't think that's fair. So I left that on. Like I said, if you're fighting something that crazy, you deserve to get rewarded for it. So it's all good. So that's going to be the new PvP day now, Blood Moon. I'm going to switch over to Rust here. Hopefully it's on right now. Let me do this.
You got more people in your stream than you do in the channel right now.
That's odd. Let me change the time just to make it look cool. You guys can still hear me, right?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, I have admin time on like a dumbass. Hold on.
Noob.
All right, so when Blood Moon happens, I made it real simple. I made a command I can just send. I'm going to send it remotely from our Archon if it would fucking work. Oh my God. Battlemetrics have been fucked all day. Oh, one of our map testers is on this server right now too. They're going to be like, what the hell's going on? All right, you ready?
Might be in the way.
I'm going to activate Blood Moon now if everybody's watching.
Did you hear me? Your top banner might be in the way of the announcement.
Let me move that. Yeah. Hold on one second. Let me turn that off. Okay. So let me go activate this from the console over here. And now it's Blood Moon. You see your little icon at the top there? Where the fuck is the moon? Oh, it's probably too early.
Yeah, you put it really late.
I put it early, didn't I? Sorry, I put it way too early.
Oh, there it is.
Is it coming up? Oh, there it is. It's above me. Shit. There's the moon.
Oh, there you go.
Anyway, you can actually see something. Oh, look at that. So this is what it's going to look like during Blood Moon. I think it's going to be crazy as.
Do we get the jiggle physics on the
Wait,
zombies
hold
for
up.
7 days?
There's an advertisement. There's an ad on Twitch.
Oh, there's an ad. No. All right, I'll hold for a second.
There's a
No.
minute left.
Fucking ad. Fuck this guy. I gotta put the time back there. That looked really cool at 7 p.m. Yeah, Twitch really does have poor time. I had a ticket earlier I was trying to do, and the evidence was in their stream. I had to watch 6 fucking ads to get to the part I needed to see to fucking ban the person. I'm like, God damn. 6. I'm not even kidding. 6 fucking ads. Is the ad over yet? Yes, no. Ads. Good. 30 seconds. 45, 30. Come on, man.
Dude, that looks creepy as fuck.
Well, yeah, the subs, at least they get to see it right now. Dude, this does look ominous as fuck, doesn't it? We're going to get so... You know what's funny? We're going to have people rage quit anyway. Like, new players are going to log in and be like, this server's fucking stupid. I can't see shit. It's foggy and red and fucking zombies everywhere. It's all good, though.
Wait, zombies on a zombie server?
Right? No way. All right, the ad's done. You guys good?
Oh, Aurora got 1 minute.
Some are no,
ad.
some are yes.
All right, now it's done. Anyway, so even with the light, even when the sun's still up, look how ominous it looks. I got everything kind of just like dismal looking, you know? This actually took a lot of testing to get this to work right. So it's all dismal looking, everything's all creepy looking. And then as the sun sets, and again, I got that blood moon icon up there, so you always know it's a fucking blood moon. And then as it gets darker, yeah, that's just fucking creepy. Oh, look at that. Dude, that's so cool. I'm so proud of myself with this plugin. I gotta admit, it looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, no one will survive the hordes to see it. That's for fucking sure. So, there's a lot of hordes out there right now. A lot of them. So, and they hit like trucks. And I'll show you, they can foundation wipe you now. Here, let me put something down.
You want to give them a true test of destruction? Paste NO37.
I mean, I don't need that. I can just stand on this because the players know normally a horde cannot destroy these walls. They can't destroy a floor. They can't destroy a full wall like that. They can destroy roof pieces right now. But you know, you guys know how it is. The main pieces of your base I can't destroy because I don't want people's loot getting knocked. You know, your boxes sit on a floor or a wall. I don't want you losing your boxes. But now during Blood Moon,
All bets are off.
here comes the pain. So as you can see, they will literally just blow your shit completely the fuck up. Anyway. So yeah, imagine this on good graphics too, by the way. I have shitty settings on my computer, so this is gonna look really cool, I bet. I'd love to see some cool cinematics, by the way. If you guys have any cool videos when this is going on, man, send them to me. I will put them on our social media. This will look really cool. But as you can see, they can blow everything now. This is what I know is a boring meeting right now. Like, he's not even talking. I just want to show you, like, be careful. I know no PvP day sounds like, oh, cool, it's all butterflies and kittens. It's not. They will fuck your shit up. And we don't want tickets coming in like, the zombies wiped my shit out. Well, cool. Wipes tomorrow. Have fun. Anyway, so even the TC, look, you can blow all this shit. These boxes, everything can get blown. So just be ready for that. Anyway, that's Blood Moon. So
Scary.
and this is what it looks like in the daytime, by the way. This is, this is 10:20 a.m. You notice how it's still kind of gloomy looking out here and fog. There are more zombies. Gee, look, they're everywhere. I mean, literally everywhere. So it's going to be interesting. I can tell you right now, if you've never invested in the camo skill and the skill tree, might be a good time to try it out. This is not going live this PvP day, Wednesday. We're going to leave PvP day intact for Wednesday. Let everybody get one final hurrah. I didn't want to make a major change like that on people without talking to them first, and then giving them one last chance to give it a go. And if all else fails, half our player base hates this and quits and says fuck this and wants to leave, then cool. Whatever. We make these servers for you guys. We don't make them for ourselves. So if everybody hates it, we can always go back. I guess it's not that difficult, but nothing's getting permanently deleted. But this looks cool. It looks real ominous and scary. The reason that the /S will be turned off during Blood Moon is we don't want people buying the weather, because that could actually fuck the Blood Moon up and make it, not look ominous. We don't want people doing that, so that'll be off. Yeah, 7 Days to Die is awesome, by the way. It's like one of my favorite games. So yeah, this would be really fun. Here, one last view of that 1900 hour, man. I think it looks the coolest at like around 19. One last view. Oh yeah, look at that shit. Oh, that's a fucking screenshot right there, man. Look at that.
I could definitely get you a high-res footage of that stuff.
Oh yeah, we gotta get some good videos of this shit, because that's gonna be great, man. Players are gonna have a ball. Well, the ones with
Players are gonna
balls.
die.
Yeah, the ones with balls that actually like challenge are gonna die. So, or are gonna have a ball.
You're gonna
All right,
need
anyway.
a whole server to join one single team and try and take them all out.
Oh, that'd be great. Get everybody's like Infinity Stone quest done and shit. That'd be great.
fuck yeah.
That could be
Anyway.
an event idea.
Well, anyway, what people can bring up stuff during the Q&A. Let's not get sidetracked, because I think that is pretty much the last thing. There was one other thing, and let me glance at the update log. Make sure there wasn't something I missed. No, I think that's good. Oh, Wraith MMR. Just want to make sure everybody saw that. The person who ends, so our Wraith seasons, the seasons that we're doing with Wraith, we're on season 1 right now, the very first one. They're going to end on Force Wipe. I will probably end them during, like, right before I start Power Hour. And every season, whoever the winner of that season was, meaning whoever had the highest MMR for that season, is going to get a custom new rank. That's going to have their own chat color, their own title, their own everything. And that rank is the equivalent of our top donor and top voter ranks, which is the highest perk package we offer. It is higher than Vet Gold, it's higher than Veteran, it's higher than all that. It's higher than Champion, it's higher than everything. So whoever has, on each server, whoever has the highest MMR at the end of the season, when I end the season, will get that perk package for the entire month, by the way. We added 6 new legendaries the other day. They are live right now, and obviously nobody gives a fuck because it's Force Wipe in a couple days, but you'll care next week. There are 6 new legendaries out there. I don't think there's any other things I need to touch on. Big props to both the 3X servers, have been climbing their MMR up pretty good. So I just want to give them a shout out, man. You guys are kicking ass and taking names. I think both servers have defeated the Wraith multiple times and got their MMR jacked up pretty good, which is awesome. I'm assuming MMR matchmake rating, is made for ranked games, but we use MMR for our Wraith, our world boss. When your team fights him and stuff, how well you do in the battle can increase or decrease your MMR. And as your MMR increases, so does he. He gets more difficult. So basically, it's a way to keep him being challenging to people that are getting really, really good at fighting him. Or it does the opposite, though. If you suck and you die, I don't want to say suck, because let's face it, I wouldn't be able to take him out either. I'd fucking get my ass kicked. If you die and don't take him out, your MMR can go down, which actually makes him easier. So it goes both directions. It makes him easier or harder depending upon the skill of the team. And the cool thing is so do the rewards. Your XP, your RP, even the amount of legendaries that he drops, they all scale with MMR. Like right now on 3X Premium, I think they're getting 6 legendary drops when they kill the Wraith, which normally is 3. And that's insane. But their Wraith is like fucking insane. Like normal Wraith has 100k health. Their Wraith has 600k health. It's insane. Absolutely insane. And as you go, it's at 5 right now, my bad. You're almost there. As his MMR goes up and he gets harder and harder, everything about him gets harder, not just his health. He hits harder, he's faster, his minions have more health, they hit harder. His cooldowns for his skills get shorter so he can use them more often. They hit harder. Everything gets harder and harder and harder and harder as the MMR goes up. But it does go down and gets easier and easier. So it's just a way so that, if you lose a couple times at the Wraith, you're not stuck just keep fighting the same thing. It'll tone itself down a little bit for you so you can get better at it. And then your MMR will slowly go up as you get better at it, and he'll get harder as you get better. So it's just a way to keep things fair. and keep things, so other players can try it too, not just the super vets. Some of the newer players can form, which I hope people do form some Wraith teams. Right now, I know we have a team running on the 3X server. I don't think I've seen Legacy do Wraith recently. I think some of the big dogs that were on Legacy are like on a rust break right now. Like 10Fex and some of them people. I know obviously 3X Premium, they farm the shit out of him like nightly. And 3X has been doing it a lot too. They're pretty high up there. But yeah, like Shorzy just said, I think the main people on Legacy that have been doing it are on like a rust break right now. They'll be back. I mean, they've been playing here for years. They'll be back for sure. But some of you newer guys, man, form up some Wraith teams. Even if you lose, I mean, you will. If you've never fought him before, no matter how good your team is, you're going to lose the first couple times you fight him because he's just wild. But that'll lower your MMR some, which will make him a little easier and get you a better chance to practice and beat him. The MMR is so every player has their own MMR. If you're in game right now, you can type /MMR space top, I think. Is that what I coded? I don't remember. Kenji, you want to answer them? Isn't that the command I made? /MMR space top? There you go. Yeah, if you type that in game right now, you'll see the top 10 MMR players on your server. Everybody has their own MMR. And as you fight him, your MMR goes up or down based on how well you contributed to the fight too. So if you just team up with somebody, hoping that, okay, they can beat the Wraith and I can get my MMR up, it's not going to happen. You're not going to gain any MMR because you didn't help. It's based off, there's over a dozen things it looks at and bases your performance off of. And the same thing with it going down too. If you do really, really, really bad, your MMR will go down a lot, which will make the Wraith easier for you. It is on a per player basis. But then when the match is actually ongoing and you're fighting the Wraith, it does it on a team basis, a team MMR. And it doesn't just do an average. It's got a little algorithm going there where it's not just like, take an average of all these people and that's the MMR. It takes multiple things into account when it averages things out. So it's a pretty cool system. But I'm hoping it'll spark as it gets easier because MMRs go down some. I'm hoping it sparks some new players and some new teams to form up. Because right now, there's pretty much just like one core team on each server that runs Wraith. There could easily be 3 or 4. Easily. You could have like a more newbie team and a more experienced team and then a more veteran team or whatever. So, and you can see they're posting some of the MMRs right now inside the chat channel here. Anyway, I think that was the last thing I had. I think that is the last thing. And, yep. Okay. So go ahead and go to the Q&A now. I guess Trigger, you're gonna handle the hand raising since there's not many of us on tonight.
Yep.
Awesome. All right.
So
go ahead.
I'm going to open it up to the Q&A. Remember, try and keep your questions quick and simple. 1, maybe 2 max questions at a time. Once you're done getting your question answered or telling us to go fuck ourselves or appreciate us or whatever, then leave the stage when you're done. Okay, it's open. There should be an option to request to speak in the middle of your screen there. All right, first one up, Target.
Evening. First time fucking speaking. Love the server.
Wait, what did he say?
Exactly. So I'll start out quickly and confuse you. 2 quick questions. If Blood Moon becomes regular, will you be reworking the skill tree to remove PvP talents and giving us something nice to help with the Horde?
Yeah, see, I knew that was going to be a question too. Let's ride on this a little while to make sure this is a real thing because obviously changing out skills is a huge task. It's not something I can just flick a switch. Absolutely though. Yeah, I was already prepared for this to be a comment or a question. And what I was thinking was instead of getting rid of them completely, maybe I make some like Horde centric skills, like buff damage just to zombie Horde zombies, something like that. I don't know. We can figure something out to kind of replace those PvP skills with zombie specific skills maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, something for the Blood Moon event.
Yeah,
Sounds
yeah.
perfect.
Okay,
Second
cool.
question.
Yeah, like I said, I knew that was going to come up, and absolutely. But you know how I am, man. I want to ride it out first to make sure we're sticking with this before I make all them changes.
Kenji gets a little gravestone shrine in Boss Island. Can I get an Enforcer shrine?
All I heard was they're after me Lucky Charms. I don't know what the hell else happened. I'm just playing with you, man. I actually saw that comment. I saw that comment in y'all's chat the other day. I saw y'all comment that in the chat the other day, and I actually considered it. So next time I'm working on a map, I may fuck with you. I may fuck with you, Target.
No worries. Right, love everything you're doing. Keep it up, lads. Yeah, have a nice evening.
Appreciate it,
Catch you
man.
later.
Appreciate it.
For those that are new here, by the way, I love Target. That's all fun and games. I'm just fucking with him. That's my buddy.
Next one up, Dabdoc. Your mic is muted.
Unmute yourself.
Oh,
Go ahead. and
he's doing it in chat. Can you increase
Uh,
zombies? I just did. Decrease difficulty? Hell no. Make legendaries / good enchants easier? Hell no. Yeah, that was easy.
That was easy.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm not being a dick. No, our server is like, if you're on server right now, hit escape, go to session at the top left of Rust, go to session, and read that paragraph right under our server name. Our servers are deliberately difficult, deliberately hard. Yep. Keep reading though. It goes on and on and on too. Yeah. So they're meant to be hard. Absolutely not. I will never do things to make our servers easier. This is actually the easiest our servers have ever been in our history. Nem, somebody that's been around for many, many years, can vouch for that. This is the easiest they've ever been. Absolutely easiest. There you go. Rocket put it in chat. Perfect. Oh, Omnom's here too. He's been around forever. Well, you'll get the old hordes back on Blood Moon Night.
Day.
I can't wait. I'm actually, for once, I'm going to log in during
Just to
quote
hang
unquote.
out, watch.
Yeah, like normally PvP day, the admin team just runs for the hills. Like we fucking literally just run for the hills. We don't want anything to do with Rust. But I'm going to actually log the fuck in when we do this, man. I can't wait. 3X is going to have it made because they get like 4 of these a month.
That's so scary.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, we can. Is that all you got, Dab, Doc? I think that was it. Yeah, Dab, by the way, I mean, like, once you get used to the servers, they're not as hard as we try to pretend they are. Like, I promise you, they're not. You're obvious. You're probably newer here. You've been here 6 years, and you think this is you think this is hard? Not in a great spot balance wise. Yeah, I'm kind of confused here. This is literally the easiest our servers have ever been. Yeah, this is taking a minute here with doing it in text. Okay, doesn't mean. Oh, okay.
Okay.
well,
Oh, there we go.
I'm just giving you my opinion, man. It just feels really frustrating. You know, I got a nice M9. I'm getting run up on by a horde. I spray one 6 times in the head, and then I spray the second one 6 times in the head, and then I just, die. You can't run away from it. Just doesn't feel.
With a pistol?
Like everything is everything's hard. It's just so hard, but it doesn't really feel like a fun, fair challenge. It's just it's not fair.
Are you trying to take on a horde with a pistol?
No, the M.
Oh, the 249.
Whatever the.
So-
Oh, the M2.
Well, let me counter that with this. If you have if you pick skills that are meant for fighting, combat tree, some med skills.
That's another thing I have an issue with is like it takes 80 points to get to an ultimate. So
Exactly.
I
And
have to all
let me-
in on something.
let me
in
continue.
combat.
the hardest thing we have on our server is the zombie hordes. We can't set things to where the hardest content can be conquered without the hardest amount of effort, if that makes sense. In other words, getting to the end of the combat tree and skill tree, anybody can do that in less than a week easily, and you have a whole month to keep it. Obviously, that's hardcore playing and really putting all your points into it. But even a week, you could get down there. And now for the rest of the month, you can take on our hardest content easily by face tanking it. So the balance is there, but the problem is you got to be willing to gear yourself towards that. Like, in other words, someone who gears towards being able to fight the zombie hordes and survive and face tank them, they don't get a ton of extra resources. They don't get a ton of extra comps. They don't get a ton of enchantments and all these other things from all the other skill trees. They don't get a ton of extra stuff when they raid a base, double explosions and explosion radiuses and all the raid perks. They don't get, extra mining yield. They don't get extra woodcutting yield because they dedicated all their skills to fighting the zombie horde. And that's the fairness of it all, and the balance of it all is you customize yourself to what you plan on doing. If you're going to spec into mining and crafting and stuff like that, I want instant crafting. I want a better chance to find enchantments in crates. I want this and I want that. Then you're going to get your ass kicked by zombies because you don't have any skills in the combat tree, or you're not maxed out in the combat tree. You don't have the med. honestly feel it's pretty balanced that way, where you kind of choose your own adventure.
Okay, I mean, if you think either spec into this or you die to this is good balance, then I don't know if I'm going to change your mind. Maybe that's just a difference in philosophy, but that's just how it just doesn't feel very fair or fun a lot of times. It's just a lot of frustration. And I was really happy to hear that you added more zombies with Blood Moon because, I think when I think of zombies, me personally, I know it's not my server, just feedback. I think a lot of zombies that you can mow down and then you reload and they catch up to you, something like that. Um, so right now it feels like there's not a whole lot of zombies. The zombies that are there are way faster than you, tank a ridiculous amount of shots, and it's just not that. It's just frustrating. That's all.
The only issue there is they also drop the best things we offer. So they have to be gated behind being tough.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Because
if
they
that's
drop,
how it is, then that's
I
how
don't know
it
if you
is.
realize, zombies drop legendary items. They're the only NPC that drops legendary items other than the Wraith, obviously.
Well, I've
Um,
never seen it.
Well, they're very rare, of course. They're legendary. They don't wipe. They don't drop on death. They're extremely legendary. They
Maybe,
but they
maybe
drop those.
compensate
They
for
drop
that,
Infinity Stones, which are like the
take
best
that
quests
off
we
of the
have.
drop rate.
What?
Well, maybe you could compensate for that in other areas and just put, the best loot elsewhere.
Like where?
Well, like the raids, the helicopters, the dungeons.
I mean, the helicopters. We got people soloing them on day one, so I'm definitely not going to be having a bunch of legendaries drop out of that. In the raids, I mean, I've seen people complete a nightmare raid in 20 minutes. I'm serious. Like he said, Cole.
I mean, dude, Nightmare Raid, don't even get me started on that because another huge frustration I found is like you do a Nightmare Raid, there's 100 turrets outside, and you stand there for an hour before you can even get started. There's just a lot of frustration, and I think this is the best server out there, but it still has a lot more potential, I think. And I know you've loved that it's really, really hard, but a lot of dad gamers and guys that are playing on a PvE server aren't really looking for something that's harder than PvP. You know what I mean? And again, your server just giving you feedback as a player. I understand it's how you want it, so don't get upset. I'm just saying.
No, I'm not upset at all. I mean, you give the feedback. You're absolutely allowed to. You can get on here and tell me I'm the ugliest person you've ever seen in your life. That's what we're here for. All good. Well, I appreciate the feedback, and I'm sorry that you aren't satisfied with the balance of it all. But I'm telling you, well, you said you've been here for 6 years, though. But I'm telling you, it's just weird that I'm not feeling that from anybody else. Like I don't know, those 6 years playing here constantly, or just tried it 6 years.
Off and on, checking back in to see
Oh,
if
okay.
it's less frustrating than it was last time.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, well, this is definitely the easiest it's ever been. I will tell you that.
All right, good. Then I guess we're on the right track. Maybe 6 more years, it'll be not frustrating.
Right.
It'll be Blood Moon every day.
Every day.
For years.
Cool. All right. Well, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the feedback. I definitely appreciate it. And ain't nobody mad at you, man. Don't take it to heart. It's all good.
All right.
All right, next one up is Null.
I think T kind of answered the question a little bit. I just had a quick question about the Wraith MMR. So the last couple fights that we've done, we've had like inconsistent MMR changes. Like for instance, on the 29th, our MMR was 2374, one fight. The next night, doing it with the same group of people, or sorry, it was the 30th and the 31st. Same group both days. One MMR was 2453, and then the next day was 2440. And I didn't know if maybe there was an issue there or if I just wasn't understanding how the MMR system worked.
I'm trying to scroll to where swear I just answered this for your server earlier. I'm trying to see where I did it at.
You were talking to
There it is.
Johnny too about
All right, so
the
I'm just gonna read.
individual MMR increases, but I'm talking about like the team MMR changes.
Okay, well, I'll explain both since we got a whole group of people here listening in. And for the first one, I'm just gonna read exactly what I told you guys in your server chat. MMR is like a score. There are many things that factor into it. It is not just a win or lose number. There are almost a dozen things that factor into it. So your performance in the fight determines how much you gain. And then I went on to say, I'm not going to tell all the factors. Each one has its own weight towards your MMR, but all sorts of shit. The damage done, score, headshots, reviving teammates, killing minions, deaths, how long you stayed alive, etc., etc. It goes on and on. There's about a dozen things that contribute to your MMR. There's also a maximum you can earn, so it's not like you can just gain an unlimited amount because you had some flawless fight and you never died and you did all headshots and blah, blah, blah. There is a cap on how much you can gain and lose if you lose the fight, et cetera, et cetera. So that's the solo MMR. For the team MMR, again, I'm not going to give away the formula. There is like a little algorithm in there, but what it basically does is like some of the top outliers have more pull than the lower outliers do, and the lower outliers have less pull than the middle people of the team, and the middle people of the team have less pull than the top outliers. In other words, let's make a scenario. We're just going to pretend. I'm going to even mix servers here because I'm just going to name names. Let's say that Neff and Johnny are in the team, and then Kenjiro and fucking Nim and Arctic are there also. And then Henny and a couple other people are doing base duties, making sure all the kits are ready to go and trying to revive people, stuff like that, right? So Henny and their MMRs are a little lower, and they're going to have the least impact on the team MMR. The middle ones, the base MMR, the middle ground people are going to have the core foundation of what that team MMR is calculated at. But then having like Neff and Johnny on there who have insanely high MMR is going to pull that team MMR up more than it would if it was just an average. It's not a solid average. If you have 10 players, it doesn't just say add their MMRs and divide by 10. It takes the top 30% and does a special algorithm with them. It takes the bottom 30%, does an algorithm with them, and it takes the middle 40%. And those are pretty much almost like an average. I'm not going to lie. The middle 40 is kind of an average. But the 30 and the 30 at the top and the bottom have different pulls on the MMR. And this is like basically like an anti-carry type thing where you don't want like, okay, we got Nim and Johnny on the team. Let's get 8 newbies and let's just crank their MMRs up by letting them tag along. And Neff and Johnny are going to do all the work. And it's to make things more fair when you have that kind of stuff. If you ever played a lot of MMOs and stuff like that, you can get like some high level to pull you through a bunch of content, and it's there to kind of scale the MMR accordingly for that kind of situation. So when you saw weird fluctuations in team MMR, it most likely was because of who you had on the team, like outlier wise.
Yeah, and like the reason why I was asking is because like on those 2 instances that I named off, it was the same.
And one other thing,
6 people. So I just thought if there was
when they joined the fight, when did they join? No. Target just reminded me of something very important. When did they join the fight?
We all start like 3, 2, 1 and start shooting. So
All at the same time?
There may be like a 10-second variation.
But no stage differences?
No.
Okay. Because another thing you need to know is the later in the stages you join a Wraith team, the more, and I mean, when I say more, does anybody know how the Richter scale works with earthquakes? Like a Richter scale 2 is not just 1 more than 1. It's fucking like 10 times as much as a 1, exponentially. So the later in the stages you join, the more exponentially, like the Richter scale, that your MMR specifically is going to affect the team. And MMR can never go down. In other words, you can't start a Wraith fight with Neff only. Oh cool, we got a big Wraith now, and then have a bunch of lobies join the team to pull the MMR back down. It will not ever go back down. So, and then if you join late, as I think it was Neff that learned that, wasn't it? That learned the late thing. If you join late, the later you join, the more exponentially your MMR is going to affect the team one. So in other words, if Neff has 2,700 and you got a 1,500 MMR team fighting the Wraith, and Neff waits till like stage 5 to join, that fucking team MMR is going to skyrocket, and the Wraith is going to scale himself with it. So you got to be careful when you join too. And I do give a grace period. I think it's like the first 2 stages, it just ignores that math, because as we all know, Wraith fights don't start instantaneous. So sometimes, a lot of people charge in. There's still people getting their kits on. Like I didn't want it to scale up unfairly. So I do give like a grace period before that starts happening.
Yeah, and you talked about that in previous server meetings. I was just curious because we do, all start shooting within the same phase. Like I said, there may be a 10-second gap from when Kenji starts shooting and then the Wraith runs behind a supply signal and you gotta move, but we all start the same phase, and multiple fights are all the same 6 people typically, and that's where the variation was. And we'd won the fight the night before, so those 6 people, all their MMR collectively went up. Some people at different rates than others, but then the next night, same 6 people, higher MMRs to start the fight, doing the same thing, and our team MMR the second night was lower than the first night. So I just, if there
Really?
was an issue there, wanted to bring attention to it. Yeah, like I said, if you go, because Kenji or Johnny, one of the two, always posts our fight in the premium chat, and it is on the 28th and 29th fight. Our MMR dropped 7 points, even though everyone's MMR went up from the night before.
Get good? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so
Wow.
like I said, if it was an issue.
Oh, but you had. Wait, you had. I'm looking at it right now. The 28th and 29th. You had 4 or 3 extra players on the next one, or on the first one, right?
No, it's 6 people both fights.
Well, I'm looking at the one on the 28th. There's 9 people, and the one on the 29th shows 6 people. I don't know. We'll just put this in a ticket. We can discuss it later because everybody at the meeting is probably like, we don't care. Move on. So
Yeah. So
yeah, I'll look at it. Don't get me wrong. If there's a bug, we'll fix the bug, but that's fine.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, man.
Trying to figure out how to leave now.
I'll leave the stage.
Oh, you're good. And by the way, welcome, man. I know you're newish. Last couple months. I hope you're enjoying yourself, man. You've been active as fuck. I hope you're having a good time, dude.
Oh yeah, great time. Love the
Awesome.
server. Y'all have a good night.
You too, man.
See you, dude. All right, next up, Peter Baelish.
Careful, he's a backstabber.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we got you.
He's gonna try to take. He's gonna try to take the fucking throne.
Chaos is the ladder. Other quotes. Yeah. No, I just want my first wipe playing on the server. Love it to death. Quick comment about I don't know what Buddy's talking about. The hordes are hard. You get a 249, 1 mag kills them all. Just get a good number of headshots. No enchantments. No nothing needed. Also, so PvP bases. Whenever people are inactive and that happens to where you can go and raid them and do that kind of stuff, is that going to be affected by the Blood Moon? Is that going away or is it staying put?
No, that's the abandoned bases and stuff. Yeah, those are staying. They're staying here. That's part of our raid bases thing that we do, and that's technically how we clear old bases out so that it doesn't lag.
That's fantastic because there's little turds that will come. They'll just build and then they'll log off and just like 1 day worth of play, and meanwhile I'm stuck looking at these eyesores. So
even worse is they do it right next to you, and then you get trapped in their fucking bubble when it goes PvP.
Yes. Oh God, no! There was one that was like maybe 20 meters away. I was pooping my pants a little.
Yeah, you will get killed in there too, so be careful.
Yeah, absolutely. The Blood Moon, absolutely, 110%. Love that idea. I would want to see it more as well. I don't know if that's something you guys had considered to where maybe every 7 in-game days. There's a Blood Moon day, or you could even stretch it out to 10. I think that would be kind of a cool idea, but again, creative juices belong to y'all. But I'd love to see something like that, because waiting until wipe day, it's just one and done.
Especially on the monthly server.
Yeah, like get it every 7 in-game days or 10 in-game days, so it's not like too obnoxious. And
yeah, we actually
something that.
Sorry. Mm-hmm. We actually set our 7 days that I server to 10 also, just to make it a little slowed down there.
Yeah, we'll slow it down a little, and so it's not as obnoxious. It gives you plenty of time to build, because I know nighttime goes by, the nights go by stupid fast on the servers, which I appreciate that too. I don't think anyone likes night on Rust, but yeah, just want to say I appreciate you guys. Me and my buddy have had a lot of fun. We were playing on PvP servers before. I literally just bought this game like less than a month ago, so getting into it, and this has been definitely something awesome. So
yeah.
Thank you again.
Nice.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. Blood Moon thing. Yeah, we'll run this for a while, see how it goes, and see how people feel. Again, you know, part of the reason was to avoid drama, and if it causes more drama, that's not going to help. So we'll see how this goes. We like to run things and test them for a while too, but it's not a bad idea. We might be able to come up with some events like that. Speaking of which, I'm on a side topic. Well, you don't have any other questions, do you?
No, just a shout out to Shorzy because he's awesome. He kind of took me under his wing starting out, showed me and my buddy a lot of stuff, and unfortunately he couldn't play for the tail end of the wipe. But I've seen him in chat, so shout out to you, buddy.
Shorzy, you got a nice side to you? What the hell? How come we don't get to see that? Damn.
Shorzy's an absolute
How come you don't share that side with us, Shorzy? Damn. No, it's good shit, man. Welcome to the servers. I'm glad you're having a good time, man. For real.
Appreciate y'all.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
A side note to what he was saying is, damn, what was I talking about? The blood moons? Shit, I lost my thought now. Son of a bitch. I lost it. Oh well.
It was something about bases.
No, it was something about the blood moon thing, but oh well. I lost it.
Yeah, he said something about bases and then blood moon.
A blood moon every 7 to 10 days.
No, it still didn't spark. I'm old, man. Who knows it? Oh, look, a squirrel. You know, it's whatever.
Ooh, shiny.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, appreciate you.
Likewise.
We'll move
Thanks,
on to
sirs.
the next one. I don't want to kick you. I'll let you find the lead state.
We just saw a nice
There we go.
nice set from Shorzy for once.
Man, what the hell? Shorzy's behaving?
Let's start getting some admins on server to do these prizes. We got one last hand up so far. Here's Bernie.
I'm not an admin, but I'm on 3x. Does that count?
Are you able to do prizes? I don't remember.
I don't think he has the
it's
AT. I
following me through.
don't think he has the AT command.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm trying to turn Blood Moon back off on this server, and fucking Battlemetrics is just shitting its pants.
I'll jump over to Legacy Trigger.
Okay. I'm
Thanks,
watching a person right now.
We got more people to speak here still.
Oh, Bernie just said no. I can't see chat. No, it doesn't look like he's typing. Okay, let's try Bernie again.
Put your hands in the air.
And they disappeared again. What is happening? All right, we'll move on to Pinky. It's all good, dude. You can put up your hand again, and then we'll re-invite you if you're able to do it.
What's up,
All right.
boys and girls?
Hey, what's
Hello.
up?
First off, I'm sorry I'm late tonight, so I'm not going to get into a giant diatribe of what's been on my mind. But I do want to say it was very nice to see over the past, I think, 2 months, the ridiculous increase in populations in your servers and actually servers across the board. Go Peanut. I seem to have brought a whole new crowd of players into the game, and it's really nice to see. But again, you guys are doing a great job. Just want to say thank you. Keep up the good work, and appreciate everything you do.
Hell yeah, love to hear it. Yeah, Peanut fucking made a huge surge in Rust population, and now the key is for us to keep them. So everybody remember that. All these new players in here, some of them have never played Rust at all. So be nice, help them out, take them under your wing, like I guess like Shorzy did, and let's help these people out, man. And appreciate it. Pinky, you've been around for a long time, right? I'm not confused at which Pinky you are, right?
Yeah, no, that's me. I've been here for what, 3-4 years now?
Yeah, it's been a minute, man. Hell yeah. It's good to see you still around kicking, dude.
Can't get rid of me that easy. All right, everyone. Oh, Chappie. Happy belated birthday, brother.
There you go.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate it.
There you go. Good
He's
shit, man.
almost a real boy.
Chappie, you're going to start getting hair in funny places now.
All right,
That
let's
was
try
fun.
Here's Bernie again.
There we go. Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
there you go. No worries, dude.
All right, so just have a quick question on the Blood Moon. Pretty excited. I'm a 7 Days fan myself. Just kind of a technicality. I'm just curious, are the zombies going to be coded to be kind of hard locked onto the players or all of the players' entities?
No,
after the player die, will they kind of run off to the next person?
Yeah, it'll be just like they are now. They do not target entities except for traps. If you have traps that are harming them, they will target those, even if you're not online. So, by the way, everybody in the channel, if you leave your turrets on, it's normal zombies too, by the way. if you leave your turrets and shit on and you're not online, you may come back to no turrets because zombies will aggro them shits if they harm them first. But it'll be the same old thing as it is now. They only go after players. The only difference being that they will also aggro sleepers during Blood Moon, and they don't do that during normal time right now, just because I don't want a bunch of tickets about I died in my sleep and lost all my shit. You know, I can't play here anymore. But yeah, during Blood Moon they will only go after players or traps.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks for the info.
But once you're in your base as that player, they will relentlessly fuck your base up.
Okay, perfect.
That's why I tell new players usually if they're getting targeted currently by a normal horde, warp away, warp to town,
Yeah.
do something.
Dip out quick. And the same thing with Blood Moon. I mean, they're the same logic. I'm not recoding their logic. Believe it or not, it's kind of nifty. I won't ramble. Is the way I did this was I coded the plugin that when I activate Blood Moon, it actually loads an alternative config file for the Zombie Horde plugin. So that's literally all we're doing is there's an alternative config file that has them a lot tougher, a lot meaner, a lot stronger, you know, blah, 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 cranks their numbers up and whatever. And as soon as I activate Blood Moon, it switches and tells the plugin, hey, fuck off and load this config file now. And it does. So nice and easy.
And make shit scary.
Yeah.
All right, enraged bum. Ooh, that sounds painful.
I only talk to calm bums. I'm sorry. It's not happening. Oh, even the avatar looks enraged.
I'm in pain.
Cursed.
What's bum doing here? What do you got? Oh,
I don't know. We typing
Oh.
maybe?
hello.
Broken mic?
Mic check 1, 2. Oh, he's typing. All right, type away. Hurry, I'm gonna start rambling again.
Oh no, we don't want that.
Oh no.
Am I good to start prizes on Legacy?
No. In game, there are custom build spots. Is there a map before wipe that we can see these locations? Also, MLS is perk only. Question 1, no, you absolutely cannot find a map to where all the custom build spots are. As a matter of fact, there are even restrictions on our map testers. They are not allowed to use a custom build spot for the first 48 hours of a wipe because they know the location of those custom build spots. And the same goes to admins. They are not allowed to use them either because they have foreknowledge of the location. So they are secret and they are meant to be found. Also, MLRS is perk only. No, MLRS is at the airfield. We don't put a whole monument down and waste all that real estate just for that MLRS truck. So we just put the truck at the airfield because pretty much every map has airfield. So
Could be
MLRS,
a abandoned military.
yeah, sometimes if we do have the abandoned military base, then it'll be there. But yeah, we don't run that monument very much because it's not the greatest and it takes up a lot of real estate. But yeah, airfield. Oh, I gotta scroll. Airfield, gotcha. Okay, perfect. Yeah. And by the way, not that I'm telling you don't ask me, but if you would ask that in chat, you would have had 100 people answer you right away in game. Like they're real friendly on our servers. I'm assuming you're newer here. They're real friendly. They would all answer that for you real quick. So next time you have something, yeah, you don't have to wait all the way till a meeting for that. Or if all else fails, you're more than welcome to just ask in Discord. I'll answer you. I don't give a shit. You ain't got to wait for the meetings. Yeah, if they're busy and chat scrolling by, a lot of times they don't see it, but they're pretty friendly. Except Target, he's a dick.
Apparently, Sharzy will answer you though. He's a nice guy.
All right, anything else? Is that good? You good, bum?
Not if it's enraged.
I'm trying to unenrage him.
All right, if that's done, you can just leave the stage and we'll move on.
Remember the time we went to kick somebody? I think Nola, like it was a new staff that we were training. We were training a new staff member one time. Nola went to kick him out of a channel or something, and actually
kicked him from Discord.
The whole fucking Discord, dude. We had to reconfigure everything for him and everything. It was terrible.
Last one up, Aurora Fur. And then there's one more after that. Aurora?
Grumpy Cookie. Yeah, we had an enraged bum and a grumpy cookie.
There we go.
What's going on, Aurora?
So I only have one question for the Horde Night stuff. They're like, you can do purchasable raids. Would you be able to do like purchasable hordes?
No.
Type of thing? So you can build a base, buy a horde flare, and then
It is
however many
definitely
add on a different.
It's definitely been suggested before, and we thought about it. And honestly, there's good and bad, and the bad way outweigh the good. It makes them too easy. Exactly what Target just said. It make them so easy to farm. You got to remember, like I told the guy we were talking to earlier about the difficulty settings, is the hordes are pretty much the cream of the crop. You know, obviously everybody can't do wraith.
Yeah.
So, you know, they drop legendaries, they drop the Infinity Stones for the quest. They drop every item in the game, by the way, for those that don't know. They drop test gens, they can drop M249s, they drop every item.
Yeah, I've gotten quite a bit from them.
Yeah, so they are literally the cream of the crop. And if people could dial them in, they're so cheesable. I mean, they really are. They're very cheesable. And then on top of that, you know, we keep them so that they can't damage specific parts of your base because we don't want people to log in and not have loot. You know, so the walls and the foundations. And so then all people got to do is just build out of the invincible pieces that they know the hordes can't harm and just build a little, you know, it's just so cheesable. So the problem, it would be fun, it'd be cool, but the negative doesn't outweigh the positive.
Yeah, I was just curious.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I wish I could. I really do. But it would get cheesed so hard.
All right, appreciate your question. Now we have a grumpy cookie. And this will be last call for speakers. If anybody has anything, do it now.
Yeah, all right, mate. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
I just want to say, your fucking walker is the most frustrating thing on your server. When we kill them, they don't drop anything. Is there anything that you're gonna do with them in the
No.
later updates?
The walkers don't drop things on purpose. There's multiple reasons. Probably not reasons you guys as players would care about, but we do is number one is that more cheesable. They count as horde zombies technically as far as the plugin would know. Like so if you could farm a walk, you could keep trying to spawn walkers on purpose and just farm them for legendaries and fucking Infinity Stones, and that's real cheese. Especially because some players like to find ways to spawn a walker that can't attack them back. Not that I'm gonna mention names, but that has been fixed. And then on top of that is if you've ever taken part in some of our major content like Wraith or any of that kind of shit, having walker bodies all over the place and dropping loot and stuff is a nightmare. It could lag the server to the point where even people not participating in that fight would start lagging. There would be so many corpses on the ground. So we made walkers just despawn when they get killed.
Oh yeah, fair play. I didn't really think that one through, did I then?
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's pretty much like the same as the last guy. It's the negatives don't outweigh the positives, and it's just not.
Oh yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with them. They're just a pain in the ass to deal with. But
Fuck yeah.
it's just kind of a downer when you kill on about 20 of your walkers and they drop you nothing.
Yep, I got two responses to that. Response number one is toot my own horn. Those were my creation. That was actually one of the first things I ever coded. Not the first, but one of the first. The walkers. That was my idea. I actually pitched it to the guy who wrote the original zombie plugin. He was like, "No, it's too difficult. I'm not gonna do that." So I did it myself, and I fucking love them. They're fucking amazing. And then the second is I give you the secret sauce to dealing with walkers. You ready? I'm gonna give you the secret sauce. Don't die.
I use a sniper rifle and let them run to the water. That seems to work.
We did have players put in a suggestion like last year. You should make a skill to make it so that you less chance of spawning a walker, and I actually did that. So there is a skill called Inoculated, which if you max it, you have a 0% chance of ever spawning a walker.
Nice one, mate. Thanks for your time. Take it easy. You're
Yes,
a bunch of wankers.
Oh my, hell yeah.
I've been waiting for that comment.
That's the best thing I've been called on.
Jesus Christ, we got Rocket Rebel Jr. up in this. I love it.
All right, man. I appreciate you. All right, that is it. We'll give it back to T.
Oh, I don't want it, man. You can have that shit.
I don't want it.
All right, so everybody that wants your prizes, this is a great one. Look at this. What is it? 8:45. We ended a server meeting. That's incredible. Oh yeah, Grumpy is older than Rocket. Grumpy, we had the conversation in general Discord the other day, didn't we? About how old everybody was. I think we did. Yeah, he's definitely got Rocket beat. I don't know if he has Juice beat, but still. Anyway, everybody wants your prizes. Go admins. Where are you guys gonna go to for this one?
I'm on Legacy.
I mean, like where
I'll
location?
be on the basketball court.
All right.
Actually, I'll be in
I'm
the lounge.
corner by the drone thing.
All right. So if you're on Legacy, go to the corner by the drone thing. If you're on 3X, go to the lounge.
Off the basketball court.
I can hop on. Is anybody on premium? Fuck those guys.
They normally don't even show up for prizes.
Premium. You guys are in here probably. You guys want your prizes or do you care? You guys. So many legendaries and shit. I don't even know if you need them. Do you? Come to Fob. Fuck. I'm not. This ain't no Uber Eats. I'm not delivering. Come to Fob. Are you guys about to fight the Wraith? Are you guys fighting the Wraith for real? How cool would that be if I showed everybody in the meeting what the Wraith looks like? Are you fighting the Wraith? You really are?
Of course they are.
Of course you fucking are. How you still farming the Wraith? My God, you guys are like 3 billion MMR already.
T, it's Conjero. Of course he is.
And he's technically the first Wraith team person ever. Okay. Oh yeah, the new leggies. Yeah, that's true. All right, I'm gonna switch the stream to Rust just so anybody's interested to see what the Wraith fight looks like. I can show you real quick because these guys are about to do it, I guess.
All right, I'm gonna mute so I can talk to the players. I'll be back.
Let me switch my stream to Rust. You guys are gonna 5-man the Wraith with that high of an MMR. Your team MMR is like what, like 2,700 now or something? Oh, Omnom's back. Was he gonna drag you down? Is Omnom gonna drag you down? Oh, he says not. Om's in the damn meeting right now. If anybody wants to see what the Wraith looks like, it is in the stream right now. I guess I can put the link back there again. Hold on. Other than getting your prizes and stuff, though, the meeting is like officially, like the official part of the meeting is pretty much, So you guys, if you don't give a shit about seeing what the Wraith looks like, and you've already got your prize, you are more than welcome to go and head out. It ended so early, I don't mind showing the Wraith for a couple minutes here. It was a pretty quick meeting. Oh, and yeah, when they when 3X was doing it during the meeting, that wasn't them bitching about it. That was me bitching about it. That was all on me. You can't blame 3X. That was completely me. You're a doo-doo head, Perk. I can still see that shit. All right, so you guys are gonna do Wraith. Like I said, if anybody wants to see what this looks like, feel free to jump in the stream here. There's the link. You get to see 3X Premium get their asses beat because they're not going to beat them with 5-man. Did I go on the wrong 3X? No, I'm on the right. What the fuck is my Rust doing? Look, there's nothing. There we go. Dude, my Rust does not like me.
Yeah, Rust's been acting weird.
It's been acting funky as hell lately. All right. Here, I guess that's y'all's fob right there. I don't see any Wraith fighting going on. Jesus Christ, there used to be a forest on this island. What did y'all do? Holy shit, there was a full forest on this island. I don't have a way to give your guns knockback. I don't control your guns. They're all vanilla.
We can't enchant weapons with knockback 2. This isn't Minecraft.
Oh, that'd be cool if you could, though.
That would be pretty fucking sick. Just enchant like a sword with like knockback 2, fire aspect, and all that.
Okay, 3X Premium. I don't see any Wraith fighting going on here. All I see is you got 44 people waiting. 44 people waiting for you to fight this Wraith. Like, oh, you know what we should do while like, watch this. I'm gonna put the song on while they're doing it. You ready? How cool would that be? A little background to it. By the way, like I said earlier, the meeting, the official part of the meeting is over. If you guys want to see the Wraith real quick, absolutely stick around. They're about to do it. I'm about to put the little Wraith. I don't know if you guys know this. If you go to the links channel in our Discord, the web links, we have our own music. We have a Zombieland theme song, and we have a Wraith one too. I'm about to put the Wraith one on. Oh yeah. Wait, I can't start it until you guys are actually fighting, though, man. Come on, what are y'all doing?
They're putting their big boys pants.
You guys are embarrassing yourself in front of the whole server right now. 44 people watching. You guys are standing around doing a circle jerk in the back of your fob. You guys don't need Johnny. Let's see what y'all's MMR is looking like. 27. Man, you and Yon Dollar are competing for that special title next month, huh? That's close. Dab Dog, that's actually something I started coding on like 3 months ago and is a future feature. What you just said. First person hacker skills. You're going to have to go watch Neff for them skills. Ha! See what I did? Kind of disappointed Neff hasn't shit taught me yet in this meeting. Hey, fob guys, you're slow. Come on, fight the Wraith. What are you waiting for? I want to see more. I want to see more Wraith. Come on. If you don't fight him soon, I'm gonna take control of him myself. You know I can do it.
Do it. Do it.
I
Do
can.
it. Show them the real power.
Oh, there's an ad on Twitch anyway, so it's fine. No, yeah, I did actually code the ability to control the Wraith like in a real-time strategy game. Like I can actually, you see that little gun on my toolbar, the little that right here, this. I can actually use that to tell the Wraith. When I do this, it pops up a thing. I can say, go here, go there, go here, go there, attack this person, use this ability on that person. I can actually control him. But
do it.
I only did that back when we were first testing, and I've never done it since. Oh, you guys, come on, fight the Wraith. What are you waiting for? Come on, you got people watching. They all think you ain't got the balls to do it. You three right here, you should solo the Wraith.
Toxic, he goes, do it. Kenji needs a nerf.
Is this y'all's Wraith fighting outfits? What the hell are y'all wearing? Y'all look like fools. I'm gonna peek in his pants here and see what he's got. Oh, because they're wearing legendaries. Ah, see, this is how they fight the Wraith. Look at all these legendaries they're using. Oh, look at this. He's got the Enforcer, Target. Look. Ah. Damn, you guys got a lot of legendaries. Look, you got Prepper's Chestplate. No wonder you guys can beat the Wraith at this MMO. Fucking. Are you guys wearing full legendaries? Look at you. Jesus, you guys are decked out. Well, that's not legendary. Oh, well, in case you want to go fishing while you're fighting them, I guess. Jesus. Everybody's got enough. That's crazy as hell. Now, granted, in their defense, the higher you get your MMR, the more legendaries the Wraith drops. So it's kind of snowball. And the more levels you get too, because his XP that he gives you, everything just exponentially increases as the MMR increases.
Anybody else for Legacy? Haven't had anyone in a few minutes here.
Yeah, probably done that. There weren't that many people around from Legacy. All right, let's see some fighting.
They are playing your song in town at 3X right now, T.
Oh, are they? The Zombieland?
Yeah.
Fucking love it, dude.
They are loving it.
All right, they're about to fight Ray, so I'm gonna get the music getting going here. As soon as they, you guys aren't even using cover?
Is this on 3X or premium?
They're on premium.
Ah.
Are you guys using cover? Like, what's going on?
Clearly not. Shorzy, he's like, some people do shields. Interesting.
You have to wait till he spawns to throw it? Well, because of his pushback? Is that what you're talking about? Man, what kind of devious coder would have made some kind of pushback wave?
Right?
When the Wraith spawns, he has like a shockwave that goes out and pushes deployables backwards. So people can't like pre-set up, you know? Oh, attention, the world boss just appeared. There he is. I gotta put the song on.
Oh, I did forget to advertise that we are looking for staff members just currently. If anybody's interested, they can apply. Half the people already left, though.
We still got some viewers that want to watch the...
Blood red sun on a broken field, cold steel prayer and a rusted shield. Smoke hangs low, air too still, and the glow on the edge of the hill. First man falls, the shadow drinks. Every death makes the devil think. Don't die alone tonight. Don't give him the light. Every soul you lose just make
6 fucking minions at stage 1. Jesus Christ.
see the fire rain. Ooh, you're gonna fall. Yeah, you're dancing with the rain. you're dancing with the rain. Close-faced copies rush the line, spinning steel in a ring of shine. Sky breaks open, burning crown, steel rain crashing straight down. Step too close and you're tossed away, frozen breath where the fire once stayed.
Somebody got tossed away right when you said it. It's funny.
Don't die alone tonight. Don't give him the light. Every soul you lose just makes him tall. Hear that thundering, see the fire rain. Move or you're gonna fall. Yeah, you're dancing with the rain. You're dancing with the rain. Chains fall shut, break your way free. Darkness drops, just follow the gleam. Poison in the water, shock in the sky. If you stand too still, you die. Don't die alone tonight. Revive the fight. Every breath you save is one he lost. Hold your ground, spread the light. Find the gaps in the firestorm's eye. 'Cause every second pays a cost.
I didn't know you had to look at fly.
Yeah, don't die alone tonight. Stay in the light. You're only strong when you're not alone. Yeah, you're dancing with the rain. But you don't face him on your own.
Dude, they're still in stage 1. Like they're not. He's not even using the good abilities yet.
Told us there wasn't nowhere left to go. Said the whole world was poison.
This is the admin UI. It shows me like everybody's current threat levels because the Wraith's targeting and ability use is all smart. It goes based off of threat and stuff like that, and aggro, and the rage. It's actually a lot more complex than people think. He doesn't just run around like a scientist.
I left the city noise, escaped the constant hate. Looking for a sanctuary, trying to change my fate. Found a sign posted up on the edge of the pine. Said leave your judgment back there across the county lines. We got folks from the north, south, east, and the west. Young bloods and old timers put to the test. We walked in as strangers, shadows on the wall. Now we stand back to back whenever darkness falls. It ain't about the money, it ain't about the greed. It's about lifting up a brother when he's down on his knees. We built this shelter with our hands and our trust. 7 years of grinding, rising out of the dust. Welcome to the land where the dead don't sleep, where the promises we make, all the promises we keep. Through the fire and the rain, we defend this ground. Best damn family that I ever found. Let the hordes come running, let the sky turn black in the zombie land. Yeah, we got your back. We got your back. Yeah, we got your back. We got your back. But don't get it twisted, it ain't all peace and quiet. Every night's a war, every morning is a riot. You hear that rustling in the brush, yeah, they coming fast. Sprinting through the timber built to make sure you don't last. I saw a creature with a chainsaw running down a hill, another with a pitchfork looking specifically.
That's the newest thing I added was that toss in the supply signal thing.
If you step out in the open, boy, don't do it alone. We got ironbirds screaming, rollers chopping up the airwaves, up and crashing down. Smoke is everywhere. We hold the line at the gate, magazines on the floor. Just when you think it's done, here comes 1,000 more. Welcome to the land where the dead don't sleep, where the promises we make, all the promises we keep. Through the fire and the rain, we defend this ground. Best damn family that I when the earth starts shaking. Can you feel the cold? Here comes a wraith, a story meant to never be told. He's a devil in the mist with an army at his side. Nowhere to run, boy, there ain't nowhere to hide. He'll drag you to a concrete prison, lock away the key, call down the artillery and bring you to your knee. Rings of fire falling like judgment from the sky, steals the life right out your chest just to keep himself alive. Decoys in the shadows, is it him or is it fake? It takes a dozen good men to make the devil break. Yeah, it takes a dozen good men to make the devil break.
Wiped.
Survive, the only place on earth I truly feel alive. So if you're sick of the venom and the lies and the noise, come on down to the tree line, right out with the boys. Welcome to the land where the dead don't sleep, where the promises we make are the promises we keep. Through the fire and the rain, we defend this ground. Best damn family that I ever found. Let the hordes come running, let the sky turn black in the zombie land. Yeah, we got your back. 7 years, we ain't going nowhere. Solace in the madness.
The I don't know why he bought Fog. Not really sure. The person asking about threat and rage. Threat is a decaying stat. As you do things, you build up threat with the Wraith, but it decays very quickly. Rage is your overall how much threat you've had accumulated for the entire fight total. The reason the rage is there is because he uses that as other things to kind of know, like, this is the guy that's been fucking me up the most this fight, you know, type thing, versus this is the guy that happens to be fucking me up right now. So threat is more of a who's fucking me up right now. Rage is who's been fucking me up mostly this fight. Like I said, all his target acquisition and all of his ability usage is extremely intelligent. Well, as intelligent as I can code him, because I'm not exactly the most intelligent person in the world, but I tried. He doesn't just run around like a scientist and just shoot people. He intelligently picks his targets and picks what he's going to do and tries to be smart about it. Yeah, he hits like a fucking truck, by the way. Again, this is all about having the skills and the gear and all that stuff. When I say skills, you know, I mean skill tree. Obviously, these guys have fighting skills because they've been fighting the Wraith hundreds of times now since I first made them. But you know, they have it down to a science. Don't get me wrong; these 3X guys do great too. It's not like these are the only people that beat the Wraith. He gets beaten all the time on 3X, regular 3X. Usually get beaten all the time on Legacy, actually. Some of those major players are on a rust break right now, so they haven't been doing it. Right now, if you're new to the race stuff, they have to kill that last minion. If you see on my admin UI at the top up there, where it says minion 1, and then it says, you see how it's brown? Brown means that he's in mitigation mode right now. So until you kill his minions, he's not really taking any damage. You can't really hurt the Wraith as long as he has active minions on the field. So they're trying to kill him.
Are you going to put MMR on your admin menu too? Or just
No, I don't need to watch it live because it doesn't change during the fight. It changes when you win or lose. So the admin menu is literally just for me to watch how everything's performing. Oh, he's in stage 2 now. At least he's starting to use a couple of abilities. He hadn't been really using many because he's been in stage 1. As he gets further and further, there's a lot of abilities. He'll call in airstrikes and shit from F-15s. One of my favorite new ones is Martyr. It's pretty cool. He puts a bag over your head and straps a bomb to your chest, and your teammates have like 10 seconds to go disarm the bomb, or you explode in a big way. That's a pretty cool ability. I like the broadside one too with the cannons. Pretty cool ability too, but all those start happening like stage 5, 6, 7. Right now he's just using
Fire the cannon!
Fire the load the cannon! Right now he's just using his basic abilities, which are pretty low tier. And no, they didn't farm all the trees. They've been fighting the Wraith like every fucking day. This wipe. So the trees have fallen to all the rockets and all the artillery and all the explosions. If you're wondering how Skis took all those rockets and only lost 50 health, it's because they stack, I think it's the Abyssus plates, I think is the ones they stack. I'm not sure. I know they stack a bunch of plates in all their armor so that they can have that protection from that. I love that supply signal thing. That's so cool.
Yeah, that's
When I
cool.
first coded that, I was like, dude, even Kenji's going to be pissed at me for this one. But he actually said he liked it, so it's all good. If anybody's wondering why I did that, is supply signals are invincible to NPCs in Rust. I actually found a way to make them not invincible, but I plan on implementing like a cover system where players can purchase things for cover. And until I do that, I needed them to have something for cover. So they use supply signals or vehicles. But the supply signals are invincible because I didn't want them to be wiped out without any kind of cover. So what I do now is every now and then he'll toss one of them though, just to be a dick. Dude, he got tossed far. Holy shit.
Could use your place anything plugin to implement our cover system.
I'm gonna do it is with that system, but it's gonna be its own separate thing. Because I'm gonna let them spend like as they earn higher score, they unlock higher tiers of cover that they can place. You know, in the very beginning they can only place like little barricade type things, but as they get stronger, they can place bigger stuff like high walls and shit.
What about Wraith having its own currency that you earn based off of how well you do in the fight? Then you
That's what it's
use
gonna be.
that?
I'm just gonna use score because score is already based off how well you do. Like the score that they're getting is not just damage. There's a lot of things that go into calculating their score that they earn. They get score for reviving teammates and gathering stuff up. They get score for killing the minions, and you get more points for headshots. You get all kinds of score. You get score for how much you stay alive too. Oh, they just phased him to stage 3 now. 10 minions. So a normal Wraith at 1000 MMR, which is the base MMR, normal Wraith would have 10 minions in the final stage. They have 10 minions in stage 3. And the minions have more health than they would normally too. They're probably going to wipe right here. Yeah, Target's absolutely right. Learning when to shoot and how to stay alive is way more important than just being a beamer and getting headshot. Because if you shoot him when his shields are up, you're fucked. There's one of the new abilities. Mortar. I made Mortar before Face Punch did. Yeah, if you shoot him at the wrong time, you're fucked. And if you keep dying, you're fucking your team because he heals. When he kills you, he steals some of your life and heals. So you don't want to just sit there and feed him deaths. They're not doing too bad though. Look at their deaths. 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. That's not bad at all. So tempted to take control of the Wraith right now.
Yeah, I haven't seen that new one where he straps the bomb in a bag over your head yet.
The Martyr one, yeah. Hopefully he'll martyr somebody. Well, they're not even in that stage yet. They're only in stage 3. I don't think Martyr comes out until like stage 6, I think. The Martyr one's great though, because what the explosion I made it do is a huge explosion. It's not like a normal. Oh, there's another mortar.
Jesus, where's that one going?
I don't know. He just launches like a barrage out every direction. Ooh.
Yeet.
Yeet, yeet.
Every time I see somebody do that, yeet.
Holy shit, what up, Glebe? Dude, you've been around forever, man. How you doing, dude? Good to fucking see you, man. Seriously. Ooh, he got swapped at a bad time right there. There's another one of Wraith's abilities that, for those who've never fought the Wraith, he'll actually, he can spawn snakes too. But he'll swap you with another player. So you'd be sitting there fighting and all of a sudden, poof, you're somewhere else. It's crazy. Swap is actually one of the more deadly skills in my opinion. But I'm not as experienced with the Wraith as they are. Oh, I thought that was an airstrike coming in. That's a normal cargo plane. I was like, damn, it's kind of early for an airstrike. It's only stage 3. The airstrikes start at like 7. Come on, Premium. Get him to stage 6 and 7 so we can start seeing some of the cool abilities. Hurry up. We ain't got all night. It doesn't kill the player when it explodes, are you sure? It used to. If it's not, I need to fix it. That means it's broken. Oh, they just got swapped.
That's the most disorienting thing ever.
Oh yeah. The worst is when you get swapped into somebody that's like taking rockets to the face.
How's the update gonna affect Wraith?
I mean,
well, with all the commands and stuff.
Oh, I already fixed it.
Yeah, good.
I fixed 33 plugins today. For Force Wipe. Face Punch is making it, those are people in the stream, Face Punch is making a change. Every plugin that has any command is going to break this Force Wipe. I already fixed 33 of them today. Oh yeah, you mean like if you have the right gear and stuff to survive the explosion. Yeah, that's fine. You know, nothing in this is supposed to be a guaranteed death. It's just supposed to be, you know, you gotta be geared up, you gotta be skilled up, you gotta know what you're doing. Uh-oh. 12 minions, man. Whew. Yeah, Grumpy, it should be. Yeah, I know you're in the UK, man. Go ahead. I'll be posting it to, what the fuck is it called? Oh, wow, no kidding. That's an interesting perk.
Send you a DM when you get a sec, T.
Okay.
Yeah. Almost all the way back to the fob. So the stream knows that was by player request, not by our doing.
Yeah, for anyone reading what I'm typing to that guy, that players asked for me to make the server. I laughed at them. They asked again. I laughed at them again. They proposed like an actual proposal and were serious. And I was like, wait, you guys are fucking serious? And they wanted a pay server so that they'd have low pop.
We literally thought it would end after a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But here we.
I gave it 2 weeks max, but it's been a couple months now. But I don't blame him. I remember the time I got to play a wipe, and I was like, God damn, every monument I go to is already fucking looted. And of course, the reason we have like heli cooldowns and raid cooldowns and stuff is because those kind of things, you can only have a certain amount of them on the map at a time, and we want people to all get a turn. So on the full servers, we have cooldowns because otherwise, you know, the big dog clans would just spam helis and spam raids and spam shit nonstop, and nobody else would ever get a turn. So we have cooldowns, but on this low pop server, there's no cooldowns because there's nobody waiting to take a turn. Got this. Get to stage 7. I want to see some shit. We got 3 minions out here somewhere. This is a big ass Wraith Island too, man. Just looking for minions on here.
That minion's out there fishing.
Yeah, he is. Well, I mean. That artillery is why there's no trees left out here. Wiped out.
Just the scorched ground.
Yeah, that'd be cool if it would turn actual scorch. That'd be so cool. I should have put Blood Moon on this server real quick and just activated it right now.
Oh, jeez.
It wouldn't do much on this island except visibility. Chances of a zombie horde spawning on this island are pretty slim.
I don't know. You added a bunch of hordes to that thing.
That's true. That's true. Fun fact for those who don't know, the spawn points I use for zombie hordes are exactly the same random spawn points we use for players. Doing landmines now. Oh, there goes the first cannon. I like the higher tier broadside better when it's got like 5 cannons in a row. Load the cannons! Oh, they prepped the trees from the start? Are you sure? Because you're absolutely sure that they pre-cut all these trees down and it's not just from them fighting the Wraith every night? Because I've definitely seen not be a forest when he's done. Yeah, see, Yonella said Fan of Flames has been taking out the trees. When he gets to like stage, I think next stage actually, I think 5 is when he does his first Fan of Flames. Okay, you're gonna start seeing some cool abilities coming up here soon. Another thing people don't think about too is the snowball. As your MMR gets higher and the Wraith gets stronger, you get so much more experience. I mean, so much more experience. These guys are gonna set like new record levels because they're getting like 5 times XP right now for this. And RP. I can't even imagine how much RP these guys have right now. Well, they regrow, but you also got to think there's less pop on this server cutting trees down elsewhere. So Rust itself probably doesn't need to spawn as many trees because, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if your Wraith Island got cleared on the real 3X server, so are all the other trees everywhere else because people are cutting them down constantly. On this server, there's only 6 people, so they're not getting cut down all over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they're not going to respawn as quickly on here. When trees are getting cut all over the map, they're going to be respawning by the hundreds instead of just by the dozens. Oh yeah, you know they're spamming med boxes for sure. You guys better be glad that we allowed those to stack because that is not what I wanted at all. I hate the fact that they stack, but I'm not going to change it. Don't worry, calm down. They don't stack in vanilla Rust on purpose. I never should have let them stack in the first place here, but I'm not going to unring that bell. Can't believe my Rust hasn't crashed yet.
Now you done it.
You know they are kitted the fuck up because even Yondala taking them small bursts of bullets. I mean,
Oh, I think that was the bag over the head. Just maybe to the left,
oh, I didn't see it.
or maybe he just got switched over.
Yeah, he's probably got swapped. Because when the bag explosion goes off, it's huge. Oh, now he's in stage 5. We're gonna start seeing some better abilities here after they get wiped because they're gonna wipe with these minions. 15 of them or whatever. For those watching, this isn't normal to have that many minions. They're so high MMR that they're getting a ton of minions. Yeah, Per, you are high as hell if you think I'm gonna put them in a 100 stack. They really shouldn't even be 10. They should be like, well, they should be 1, which is vanilla. They should be like 3. I could see 3 being slightly fair. Yeah, when you get the, well, I'm not in, well, I guess I am in chat. It won't say it to me because I'm not on the team though. It's only going to say it to the team, the code lock for the bomb, to defuse the bomb. It only says it to the team. Yeah, it doesn't say it to the whole server. That's right, yeah. Because I wouldn't have coded it that way. That would have been annoying to people that aren't doing Wraith. Like, what? Why is it saying that shit in chat? Oh, Johnny got pulled. Get him, Johnny! Get him! Hook him up, Johnny! Toss your crate. I heavily throttled the crate tossing thing because I didn't want it to be too gimmicky. So it's like a cooldown, how often he'll do it. Oh, Panther!
Oh, there it goes.
Oh! Nope, Johnny's surrounded. He's in trouble. He's in trouble. There's nowhere to hide. Oh my god. Then Panther's fucking prowling Johnny's ass. Oh, and it did. There's a lot of underrated skills that people don't try that much. They really should give them a try. I'll tell you right now, the inoculated skill is a really good skill for Wraith fights. I'm pretty sure everybody here, or at least most of these guys, have inoculated. Oof. See them cannonballs just go whizzing under me? That's true. Good point, Neth. Oh man, that barrage got wasted with that rock formation. Oh, he got swapped at the last second. Alright, last minion's down. Stage 5 is active. Oh, here come the airstrike. Dude! Woo!
That must be the funniest skill.
Which one? The yeet?
Just yeeting motherfuckers.
Yep. Love that shit. Oh, did you just do a fan of flames? That was a small one. It's only stage 5. They get bigger as it gets higher. Barrage to the face. Yeah, I mean, honestly, watching them fight is really, it's really about survivability. It's really about making sure you maximize your survivability because that appears to be the key here. But if you ain't surviving, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, they are. It's a lot more difficult than this looks. But I mean, he has a high MMR Wraith. I mean, look at his starting health. It was 500,000. That's insane. And you gotta remember his damage and everything else is scaling. And so are his cooldowns. I mean, he gets in the higher stages and you see how quickly his shields go back up. Cooldowns are insane. I think Kenji was saying if stage 10, it feels like it's almost like a half a second that you have when he doesn't have shields up because it's so fast. Kind of even see it with his abilities right now. Even at stage 5, if you're experienced with the Wraith, you can tell that he's definitely using shit faster. Holy shit, look at all them minions. Time to wipe. I'm about to get fucked up. Jesus Christ. That's what Blood Moon's gonna look like with zombies. Oh my god, them minions just wiped the floor. But why do they need to do it with no leggy items? I mean, they earned them. Calculated, which they earned that too. They're not using anything that nobody else can use, that's for sure. All this shit that they have, like skills and the legendaries and stuff. They'd be taking them out in 8 minutes and it'd be pointless. So imagine if you're new to it and you keep losing to it and it never got easier, it would be pointless to keep trying then because you keep losing. So at least with MMR it gets easier and you can try again. You guys aren't plebs though. You guys gotta remember this. Like, there's nothing against 3x, you know, having a harder Wraith fight. I mean, like, you guys gotta remember, like, right here, literally not invented, because obviously I made the plugin, but they invented the Wraith fight. I mean, like, some of these people trained y'all how to fight the Wraith, you know? Like, so of course they're gonna be further along in how well they do with it because they've been doing it for a long time. I mean, I couldn't do what they're doing, and I made the motherfucker. There's no even fight 1,000 MMR Wraith, I'd probably get my ass kicked. So, I mean, these guys have been doing this a lot. Like, they have. I mean, Kenji alone has got at least 200 or 300 Wraith fights under his belt at this point, at least, if I had to guess. And Johnny's got to be well up in the triple digits too with Wraith fights. And yeah, and this, yeah, that's what I'm saying, Target. Yeah, there's no like nothing about. I mean, honestly, if anything, I think the two servers should do like 3x and Legacy used to do when they all would come together and kind of teach each other and help each other and lean on each other for support and helping it and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's not a competition between servers. It's more of a, it's more of a competition between the players and me. If you really think about it, that's what this is. This is my crown jewel. This is my hardest content, and you guys are trying to whoop its ass, and then I'm trying to have it whoop your ass, and you're trying to whoop its ass. That's the way it is.
It's a lot of whooping.
There's a lot of whooping.
Speaking of whooping, I gotta go back to work tomorrow, so I'm gonna out for the night. Appreciate everybody sticking around for the survey meeting. Hopefully you continue to enjoy the Wraith fight.
Have a good evening, Trigger.
Have a good night.
See y'all.
For those watching the Wraith fight, I'll be keeping it going for a little bit here. Want to see the higher end stages, all the crazy shit. This isn't a bad thing either. Like that I think that's the biggest problem with everything that had to do with Wraith. Back in the beginning when I first made it and everything was so basic, everybody's so accustomed to like, no, we should be able to beat it. Even if it takes longer, if it takes 3 hours, whatever, we should still be able to beat it. No, honestly, no. Sometimes you just can't beat it. Sometimes you're gonna lose. You know, maybe some of the people on the team just were having an off night and they fed them too much, and it's just getting to the point where it's snowballed out of control. I mean, sometimes you're just gonna lose. But I think that's the beauty of the MMR system. A lot of people think the MMR system is like some kind of way to punish people for doing good. It's not. It's a way to keep the Wraith challenging, because when you do good, you get levels, which means you have more skills. You get legendaries, which means you have better gear. So as you get good and win, he needs to get harder because you're getting harder. Giggity. So he needs to get harder too. But the converse is true. Lose, which is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with losing a Wraith fight. If you lose, now it dials it down a little bit so you can have a better chance to pick yourself back up and win. I think it's a great system. I'm satisfied with it. Come on, I want to see some more Fan of Flames. Those of you in the channel that are Wraith fighters, you can definitely tell watching this survivability is the fact that they're taking some of these things to the face and making it through. That's really looks like the fucking key. I personally can't speak for it because, like I said, I don't have the skill to do this. Just observing, it's pretty much my take on it so far. There's a good Fan of Flames. You. Oh, the person that was asking me about the threat earlier too, like when he targets you with an ability, your threat gets zeroed back out again. So like just a second ago, everybody had 0 threat except Yondala, and then he launched an artillery strike at Yondala, and I saw Yondala's target back down to 0. And then everybody else threat started going up because they started shooting at him and stuff. You can gain threat from other things too, reviving people, looting things, obviously shooting the Wraith, shooting the minions. That'll make your threat go up too. And it decays very quickly, so that it's a nice live stat. So he always can focus on who's currently dealing the most damage or hurting him the most. It's also been coded to make smart decisions. I when I coded his abilities, I coded 3 classifications. There's offensive, defensive, and utility. He actually makes his decisions on what to do and what abilities to use, not just randomly. Obviously, he can't pick an ability if it's on cooldown, but if he has more than one ability to pick, he actually makes an intelligent decision on what to pick. In other words, if he's currently taking damage, you know, he'll look at his defensive abilities and pick one of them to use to defend himself, so that he doesn't just waste them randomly when he's not taking damage. And then offensive abilities, some of his abilities are better for, you know, area clearance. Some of them are better for direct things. So if players get bunched up, like behind cover, he'll use some of his area clearance abilities, like artillery strikes, to kind of clear all the players that are bunched up behind something. But if he detects that players are kind of spread out in solo, he'll use more of his targeted abilities like Martyr and things that target a single player more. Another thing I did when I coded his abilities is I coded every ability has 3 parameters that I can set in the config, and that's per stage. So in other words, like you see these artillery strikes coming in right now, you notice there's more rockets and they're more spread out now. In the earlier stages, there's less rockets and they kind of just focus in one little area. So now they're harder to dodge because there's more of them and they're more spread out. So as the stages progress, each ability can be configured to be even more difficult than it was in the previous stages. It's not just the same ability every time. Like even his shields, even minor things like shields or smoke and stuff like that, they all are configured. They all have 3 parameters you can configure. Like how much damage they reflect, how long they stay up for, stuff like that. Everything has configurations. And it's all per stage. To keep it nice and variety. They're in stage 7 now. Once they get these minions down, they're gonna start balling out. Oh, shit. I finally got to see somebody killed by a fucking broadside cannon thing. That was cool. Thank you, Skis. I appreciate you being my test subject for that. That was fucking cool. Fucking like 5 cannons just fired. He has horse speed skill. Yeah, I learned how to code, like, what was it, like the middle of last year, I think? I keep wanting to, it keeps feeling like it was only months ago, but I think it was like actually early last year. I just got tired. We spend thousands per month on plugins and development and fixing bugs. Like what I just said today. I fixed 33 plugins today. That face punch is going to break Thursday. Competition doesn't have that ability, so they may have a difficulty getting back online Thursday, which means we won't be, and they will be. Anyway. But yeah, so we were paying thousands in development costs every month because I mean we have a lot of custom shit. And I was like, you know what? I got sick. At first, it started off with like I got sick of just asking, you know, hey, could you add this or could you make it do this or could you change the wording to that? And I just started tinkering with it, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll have to learn how to do this. So the first plugin I ever wrote was the trivia plugin. That's mine actually. That was the first one I ever wrote. Next one I wrote was an admin one, admin toolbox. It does a lot of cool things. There's a whole web page that tells you all the things it does. I've made a ton of them since then. Then I invented walkers. I think was the next thing I did. Walkers and stuff like that. Which the walkers are more complex than people think they are. The percentage chance of them even happening in the first place is based on your playtime. So So if you have under 4 hours, there's a 0% chance that you'll spawn a walker. After 4 hours, it starts off at a base of 10%, up to 150 playtime hours, and at that point it becomes 100%, and it just scales linearly. You know the word, linearly. I can't say that fucking word.
Linear.
Anyway, yes, that. So it scales between 4 hours of playtime and 150 hours of playtime. Once you get to 150 hours, it's 100% chance. And then their power, based on your level. So if you're level 10, they're the bare minimum. They're like a monument zombie. And when I say monument zombie, I mean like, you know, like the one you see at Oxums or something like that. But then as you get higher level, they scale and they scale and they scale. So, you know, if you're like level 100 and you die and make a walker, it's going to be a nasty bitch. But if you're a new player and you die, it's not really shit. Like another plugin I wrote, and that was a really cool one. It's one of my all-time favorite things I've done. Obviously, Wraith is my crown jewel. I'm very proud of this one. When I was making it, I was like, damn, man, I'm fucking broke. Maybe I should sell this and make it. I was like, no, you know what? Nah, fuck this. Exclusive. I'm not. Same concept behind our servers where we give everything for free that we give for money. Like, I'm not in it for the money. So I decided not to sell the Wraith plugin because I was like, integrity-wise, it feels better knowing that we have something that nobody else has. That to me is worth more than money. So I decided to just keep it here.
Alright, I'm out of here for the night. Y'all have a good one.
Good night, chap.
Good night.
Stream, I'll keep this going. I want to see the finale of this. So you guys are good. And then the legendary crafting thing, I made all that too. Still in the works, so I've got a lot of work to do on that still. Legendary crafting and components and menus and all that stuff. The legendary plugin is like my first plugin I really got into a UI. Like before that plugin, my UIs are really hard, by the way. Really, really hard. So before the legendary plugin, my only UI was really like this Wraith window that you see up here. And that's just a way for me to monitor how things are going so I can make sure my plugin's working correctly. With the legendary UI, I think it turned out pretty damn good, honestly. Like the recycling and the crafting and all that shit. I wish I could get some famous streamers to come do like a wipe. They try to fight, like their goal for the wipe would be to defeat the Wraith. I think that would get them so much views and so much content, like so much good content. Nothing else out there like this. So all their viewers and all their followers, you know, and all the big streamers are PvP. So all their followers are like, yeah, PvE is for pussies, blah blah blah. So like, could you imagine if, you know, like Peanut or somebody like that, like did some stream where like, okay, we're gonna spend 1 week on this server and our goal is to defeat the Wraith by the end of the wipe. And they did it, and you know, all their Chad followers would be like, yeah, fucking PvEs for pussies, blah blah blah. And then they get out here and try this, and they're gonna be like, what in the actual fuck? We were wrong. Like, this is much fucking harder. So that would be so cool. I think that would make great content. I think a lot of people would watch that. But I don't know any famous streamers. So that's not gonna happen. Look at that headshot percentage on Kenji there. Are you hacking Kenji? What's going on here? Did his tools? What the fuck's going on there? 27% headshots. Oh wait, shit, Yondala's got 28. Got them hacks going. Oh, that would be so cool if we could find some fucking streamers to do that. Like, I really think it would be good. I'm not even saying, I think, obviously I've got an ulterior motive, you know, it promotes the server, blah, blah, blah. But like, let's be real. That would be really good content. Even if I didn't own the server, I would watch that shit. And I'm not really even into watching like video games on YouTube. I would totally watch that shit. I'd be like, wait a minute, they did what in Rust? Like, they got a world boss that actually is fucking challenging? I think it would be cool as hell, man. And it would kind of, the whole premise of it all, of like, you know, like, yeah, PvE is not as pussy as you think it is. Like, you know, watch this. You know, like, I think it would really humble some people and put a whole new light on how PvE and Rust can actually be. I think it'd be really cool. Great content. Nim, if you're still in the stream, like, Bailey is literally wrapped around the legs of my chair right now. Like, if I even wiggle, I'm probably gonna rip his hair out. That's oh no, did my Rust crash? No. I'll hold on, stream. I'll get it back up again. I knew it was gonna happen eventually. My fucking Rust crashes all the time. I'll get it back up, stream. Just hold on. Y'all don't beat the Wraith yet. I'm coming. What server are they on? 3x Premium. There we go. Oh, Kio's here. What's up, Kio?
Hello.
Kia.
Hi, Auntie.
What
And
up,
hello,
bro?
everybody.
There's nobody left in the actual Discord now. There's people in the stream, but there's
Oh,
nobody.
live stream.
Barely anybody left in the meeting room.
Sorry I was late. My bus took a little bit longer than I thought it would.
It's all good.
It's all good, bro.
We still fucks
You
with
made it.
I came.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, that'd be really cool, man. Shit. Then somebody shoot me. All right, back up. What are we in? Stage 8? Got some walkers running around now. Oh, right, those are probably minions. My skins are still loading. Why can't Rush just hold these now that they've already been loaded once? Why do I have to load it every time I load the game?
Because that sucks.
Face Punch needs to just abort all the DLC money grab bullshit and just make Rust 2.
I don't know, because they're going to get me on the 4th T. It's going to be bad.
What is?
The new DLC coming out. I'm swiping on it immediately, unfortunately.
Oh.
I know, it's rough. They got my pockets in a chokehold.
Lord. Pimping you. Where's my money? They still got 7 minions out there? Where the fuck are they all? It's hard to tell without my... You Wraith people better love me for changing the minions over to those bright blue skins. It's gotta make it a lot easier to find them.
Oh, yeah.
Because they originally weren't like that. I can't remember what they used to look like. I forgot now.
I think they looked almost like normal zombies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think they were. They were literally just like zombies almost. I'm sure that's what it looks like, but yeah. Oh, damn. No, almost took all them cannons to the face. Ooh. There, the skins are loading in finally. That makes it easier. Lazy ass cat doing?
He's just chilling.
You can get his ass in there and fight. All right, you guys officially got him down to under his normal health of 100k. So you're on the home stretch here. Once you find these last 2 minions. That was the last minion. No. I don't want them to stream snipe me. Nope, found one of them. Yeah, they about to get in the real shit now. Stage 8, 9, and 10. Hell, Neff, you know better than I do too. But I think stage 8, 9, and 10 are probably harder than the first 7 stages combined. 8, 9, and 10 get really nasty. Cooldowns get insane. All the abilities are on the table. It gets really nasty. See, actually, not even all the abilities. A lot of the minor abilities are removed and is mostly hard abilities. Like, he gets really nasty in these stages. I think Null's playing for the Wraith team. He's out there spawning walkers. Null, you ain't supposed to help the Wraith. Yeah, I've seen that before. Kind of disheartening too. Like even as the person running the show here, like to see the team get all the way to stage like 8 or 9, and then just ultimately they just can't bring it home. But I mean that it's part of difficult content. Sometimes you just can't. I've been to Mario Brothers World 8-4 and lost all my lives and had to start completely over from scratch before. Sometimes you get all the way to the end and you just can't finish it off. It happens. It's part of gaming. I actually coded the airstrikes originally as a player ability that I'm probably going to add to skill tree at some point to the vehicle tree. I think I'm going to make that like a vehicle ultimate or something where you can call in an airstrike on something like raid bases or whatever the fuck you're fighting. That'd be kind of cool.
That would be cool.
Oh, my man's here. What's up, dude? What is going on? How you been, man? You ever gonna come play some Rust again, man? You've been on like a break forever. Innocence back. Yeah, there is a MLRS strike in the raiding tree that you can do. But I'm talking about airstrikes. So the cool thing is there's different airstrikes. Like even a whole tree that you unlock. Like if you unlock the vehicle ultimate, then it unlocks a whole different tree, kind of like the horticulture. I made the airstrike plugin. That's actually a plugin I wrote. And when I made the airstrike plugin, there's like 9 different types of airstrikes it does. Kind of like the Power Hour minicopters. They got all them different attacks. Like it does like, bullet strafes and rocket strafes and drops bombs and does all kinds of shit. There's all kinds of airstrikes. And fuck work, dude. We need you. It's good to see you though, man. I'm glad you're still around. Yeah. Again, this will all be like in the fall. Not to sound like a douche, but we kind of chill in the summertime, take a break. You guys know I'm an outdoorsy person. I like to go ride my jet ski or just be outside and chilling and just whatever. We work so hard for like, probably 8 or 9 months of the year. I usually work 7 days a week on Zombieland stuff. And then when the summertime gets here, I'm like, you know what? It's my time to go outside and get some sun and enjoy things a little bit. So any major new things like that, we'll have to wait till the fall. Because I'm trying to chill a little bit here. I'm excited for that. I hope the players like it. Cool. I know some people are just crying bitch about it like they do about zombies. But it is what it is. I fought like one of the most brutal games in the world where some little fucking 8-year-old can destroy your entire week of progress while you're at work and then call you an N-word and a homophobic slur when you get on. You buy that game. We remove all that toxicity, but the only thing we do in return is you're gonna have to fight some really, really hard fucking zombies. I don't know. To me, if our zombies are too difficult, it's almost like did you look at the game you bought in the first place? Like this game is far more brutal than our zombies could ever be. Like, normally. Yeah, I bet you were, Neff. Get you some next wipe, dude. But yeah, I didn't want to. I want to give everybody one line. I didn't want to spring that on people and be like, by the way, no more PvP days. Starting now, bitch. Like I wanted to at least give them one line. Some people like PvP day. When I was a player, PvP day was my entire wipe. My entire wipe revolved around PvP day. When I was way back before I had a server. So I get it. I do, but I'm not a toxic douchebag. I just I died and lost all my shit, and that was the end. And I'll see you tomorrow for the wipe. But so I didn't want to spring that on people and just tell them no more PvP day. You don't get to even do this one. Like, some people may have been building their base and farming their gear this whole wipe for PvP day, and to tell them that I turned it off would be kind of rude. So giving them one last hurrah. But I really think the Blood Moon will be fun. I hope people like it. As a player, I would love it. I would absolutely love that. My whole wife would be gearing up, and I'm gonna be a fucking zombie slayer on the last day. Like, I'm just gonna go ham. And if people really like it, we can always extend the hours of it a little bit, because originally PvP day was a 24-hour thing. It always started 24 hours before wipe, so you had a full day of it. The problem is people got pissed off because wipes are always at 2 p.m. Eastern. And then PvP day starting at 2 p.m. Eastern. Everybody was like, that's not fair because I'm at work, and by the time I get home, all my shit's already rated. Fair point. And then we pushed it to like 4 or 5 or whatever, and it was still the same thing. People were like, it's still enough, you know, by the time I get home, eat dinner, feed my kids, you know, all my shit's already gone. And we pushed it to 8. But with the zombie thing, I mean, I don't see why we couldn't put it back to 24 hours. I mean, it's not like, you know, the zombies are going to steal your shit. As long as you close your base up and seal your base up, they're not going to start attacking your base per se. And the logic, we have new players in here watching, so I don't know if they know this, but when I coded the zombies to raid, I made it so that not only I make it so they don't destroy certain parts of your base, but they also won't attack they won't attack somebody else that's like using your base as cover and they're not on the TC. So there's like anti-cheese things in there, so people can't grief you and do stuff like that. And that still stands even during Blood Moon. Like I said earlier, Blood Moon really is just an alternative config file. It doesn't actually change the logic on how they work. Yeah, I agree, Target. That's exactly what I mean. And I agree, Neff. That's kind of what sold me on it in the first place. I started. I mean, honestly, Neff, you're one of the people that was bitching about, like, you know, hey, we voted for it. Why didn't you do it yet? And that's my reasoning, is because I have to weigh out, you know, what's going to cost us the most player. That's my decision on most things. Like, what's going to really cause, well, that and drama. I don't want drama either. But we don't want to lose players. That's the key here, is to keep players. So I was like, well, I don't want to lose, you know, we got 20, 30 people that voted no and really want to keep PvP day. I don't want to lose them. And that's really what kind of turned the tide. Well, that and some drama last PvP day where I was like, you know what, I'm done. It's kind of what turned the tide, though, is I was like, yeah, but how many do we lose by having PvP day versus how many might leave because we took away PvP day? So I started weighing those two things out, laying in bed at night, thinking about it. And then I was really leaning towards it. And then last PvP day, when more drama surfaced, I was like, all right, yep, I'm done. I was already leaning towards it anyway. I'm done. Hell, if I could take more things from 7 Days to Die, I would. I to this day, and again, actually, as soon as I'm done with this stream and I close everything down and I go downstairs and my wife gets home and she's gonna want to just go chill on the couch, I'm probably gonna boot up 7 Days to Die and go play. I love that game. To people about 7 Days is like, it's what Rust PvE should have been this whole time. So anything I can steal from 7 Days to Die and kind of try to incorporate into Rust, I absolutely would, because 7 Days to Die is a far superior PvE game. Far superior. The graphics are worse, you know, the animations are worse, you know, a lot of other things are worse, performance and stuff like that. You know, it's an old game. It's not optimized. It's, you know, so it's got a lot of shitty qualities to it. But as far as like just structure, like how the game is created and how it's played, far fucking superior. Especially because we play a mod pack called Darkness Falls, which is highly challenging, far more challenging than the vanilla game. Even like the vanilla 7 Days they got that game. I wouldn't play that for nothing. I don't think it's that fun. But the Darkness Falls mod is really challenging, really difficult. It has a class system, you know, like our skill tree. You have all these different trees that you can pick your levels and stuff. And if you ever played Darkness Falls, you would see a lot of stuff that I've done here. Like, wait, I know where you got that idea from. It's really cool. So yeah, anything I could take from 7 Days to Die, absolutely would. They did a spectacular job on a PvE game. And yeah, Darkness Falls is all I play. I will not play regular 7 Days to Die. Yeah, I hope you're right, Neff. I hope you're right. That's why I'm doing it. Which I think it could. I mean, I guess the main concern I have with Blood Moon And the main anxiety I have, and the only real obstacle I see, kind of the same shit we deal with PvP Day. We got to get people over the, oh, I lost all my shit. Like, it's the end of the wipe. It wipes tomorrow anyway. Do your thing. Have some fun. When you finally die too much and you can't do it anymore, cool. We wipe tomorrow. You're good. And, yeah, and that too. Yeah, I mean, and you veterans, like, telling those people that are whining in chat, because you know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. Telling those people in chat, like, yo, here, I got you, man. Come over here. I got you another kit, M249. Join my team. Let's go kill some fucking zombies. You know, that kind of shit. I think that kind of shit can save it. Like, I think that turns the tide and makes it successful. Is when people do stuff like that. Because you know people are going to whine and they're going to bitch about zombies being too hard and whatever. But I think you're right on that. And I think you're right, I mean, with the quest too. The fact that you can complete your quest like that. You can find more legendaries by fighting them. I mean, there's all kinds of shit you can do. So, we'll see, man. I hope it works out. I really do. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You don't technically lose your shit. It'll just be there to get looted again. But I was more, oh fuck, I'm tired. I was more referring to like your base and your loot and stuff. Like if you know, some of these people, you can't tell them nothing. You know, they're like, help, help, there's zombies, they're raiding my base, they won't stop. And you're like, fucking leave or die. Oh yeah, it doesn't matter, they're just gonna keep respawning right on top of my base. Like, no, they're not respawning on top of your base, you're just not fucking leaving. And they're wandering back by again and seeing you again, so they're gonna keep attacking you. Just fucking leave. You know that kind of shit happens all the time. We see it in chat. And I think, so that's what I'm talking about. It's like those kind of people, their whole base is going to get foundation wiped and they're going to lose all their fucking loot. And you're like, oh, this fucking server is stupid. I can't play here anymore. These zombies just made me lose everything. It's like, well, it's partially your fault for, you know, being a dumbass, but, ooh, man, that's a big drop. At the same time, you know what's going to happen. Absolutely. F, it chokes me to say this, but you are 100% correct. 100% correct. You better clip that one, F. I don't hear that one that often from me. I'm just teasing you. For those who don't know, I like to fuck with F. Me and him been going at each other for years. Oh man, yeah, Farmerville. You remember the old days of like the barbecue and shit? Oh, that was a great. You know the barbecue thing on PvP Day that actually started from a player standpoint. Like that was Drac that started it. He wasn't even an admin back then. And I remember he used to just do a little barbecue, and players respected it though, man. It was like full on PvP, and players would respect the barbecue, and they would go hang at Drac's place for the barbecue, and they would not fight. It was actually pretty cool. Convinced me to like spawn like a scientist NPC, like the ones at Bandit Camp and Outpost, you know, the Guardian one. He convinced me to spawn a couple of those at his barbecue just to kind of guard over it. And then it eventually became like an official thing for a while. It was really cool. No, Blood Moon does not turn off safe zone. I mean, we can make all the towns a safe zone. That's just a map thing. It was never meant to be a safe zone in the first place. I've had people report that before, like, hey, town's messed up, it's not a safe zone. I'm like, well, it was never meant to be a safe zone. The reason we even added a safe zone to town was because people were trying to cheese hordes from the walls of town, and we're getting other people killed by doing so. And you know, we don't like cheesing. We like you to actually fight things. So we put town as a safe zone so people stop doing that shit. So town being a safe zone is actually an anti-exploit measure. But yeah, if we missed, no, Puddin', you're a damn map tester. If we're missing a safe zone on town, just tell me. I'll add it. And if you guys see somebody fighting a horde from town, like purposely, like they're, you know, I don't mean like someone ran in and they got chased down by one. I mean like if they're up on top of the wall and they're dropping grenades trying to, you know, cheese a horde, or fucking report them. I'll get their asses, trust me. Players know real well. There's a golden rule that's not written in our rule. If you can beat my content without any risk to yourself, you're doing something that was not meant to be done, and you could potentially get in trouble for doing so. If you continue to do it on purpose. Like, period. I will never make anything that doesn't at least have some kind of danger to you. You know, if you get something out of it, like obviously building your base isn't going to be dangerous, but you know, if you're getting loot or you're getting XP, you have to be in some kind of danger, at least a little bit. If you're not, you're cheesing or exploiting, and it needs to stop. If you report it, we actually reward people for that. If you don't report it and we catch it, you potentially might not be playing here anymore. Oh, they wiped. Are they in stage? Holy shit, they're in stage 10. Holy shit. Get it, get it. Look at the headshot percentages. You guys are totally hacking. Oh, did you? I don't remember which map that was. Maybe you should become a fucking map tester. Help us out. Poor Puddin' over here doing all the damn work. This went from the shortest server meeting ever to the longest ever because we're watching an entire Wraith fight. That's crazy. And an hour and 12 minutes. For those who don't fight the Wraith, a normal Wraith fight at normal MMR usually takes about an hour and a half. And they're at an hour and 12 minutes, so they're doing a good job.
Nice.
Well, tell Rocket to be a map tester then. He can get off his butt and help map test. As long as he types the things he finds instead of telling me, because I won't be able to understand them. I hope he's still in here. I love fucking with Rocket Rebel. He's usually in my stream though, so he probably is. No, what did I tell you about making walkers, man? You're not helping. You're not supposed to do that. All his abilities are getting stronger now too at stage 10. I mean, like, just the amount of rockets, the amount of mortar, even the amount of cannons when he does the broadside ability. Look at all them fucking cannons. Jesus. And the abilities are just... I've never seen the Wraith at this high of an MMR, by the way. I've never actually watched. So this is all new to me. Like, how fast he's shooting everything is insane. Like, his other frozen chair wasn't even gone, and the next one already spawned. Like, he is just spamming abilities. And he's actually... some of his abilities are disabled when the minions are out. So he's not even using all of them right now. Yeah, have a good one, man. It's good to see you, bud. Stage 10. Let's do it. Kill these last 14 minions so I can see the fun abilities. I wonder if Kenji ever uses his tombstone as a cover. Look at this lazy ass in here just chilling. Team's out there fighting and he's just in here chilling. Look at this. Get your ass out there and help them. No, get out there and help. Okay, great. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make the gravestone like a spawn point for a landmine. Fun thing about the ice chair is it's so annoying to me as like the coder when I'm trying to test things and do things with the Wraith like on the test server. And he keeps throwing me the fucking ice chair, which interrupts what I'm trying to do. They coded in a permission that I can toggle on and off to make you completely immune to all Wraith abilities. Wouldn't you love to have that one? So I can just stand there literally and he cannot do any abilities to me at all. It was so annoying trying to like test things and code things and poof, I'm in the chair. I'm like, God damn it, I'm trying to do something, dude. Will you stop putting me in the fucking chair? And of course then you get like the negative 500 temperature and it's just annoying as hell. Damn, look how fast that horse is. Horse so fast it went into last wipe. 88 miles per hour and shit. Yeah, the combat ult, no Wraith abilities, wouldn't that be nice? I should make a new Wraith tree. Oh, I could implement the prestige system. If you like prestige, like the combat tree and the medical tree, like or some crazy shit like that. If you prestige all those trees, then it unlocks a new Wraith tree, which has like all kinds of crazy abilities for the Wraith. And then the ult on that tree would be you're immune to Wraith abilities. How cheesy would that be?
It will be. I don't like it.
You ever watch Ren and Stimpy? You're young, so I doubt you have. Maybe somebody in the stream has.
No.
Any old people out there watch Ren and Stimpy back in the day? I just got that in my head when she said, "Nope, I don't like it." I was like, remember the horse? No, sir, I didn't like it. Oh, Ren and Stimpy is like the best fucking show ever. The fierce, ferocious Croco Stimpy. Oh, that was the greatest show ever. I remember I was a kid too. I remember like my mom was like, you watch that show. It's kind of adult themed. I'm like, it's funny. I want to watch it. It's funny. Like, it was hilarious. It was a real adult themed show. Like obviously there's a lot of shows like that nowadays. Back then that was like groundbreaking to have a show like that. Real groundbreaking back then. But you got to remember, I'm from the era when like cuss words and music was new. They like banned 2 Live Crew because from performing their songs in a 21 and older bar. Because they had like curse words and shit in them. It was too dirty. The music was too nasty. Like, I'm from that era, so yeah, things were different. Yeah, when they did the close-ups and it was like super detailed. And like, oh, that's so crazy. They're still fighting minions. I'm over here thinking like, why is the Wraith not doing much? I didn't realize they still had 3 minions out. I didn't even see how many he spawned in stage 10. It's got to be like damn 20. And they have more health too, as you can see. Look how many bullets that one's taking. Jesus Christ. Alright, 2 left. You guys better hurry. It's getting dark, man. Stage 10 in the dark would not be fun. Oh, hurry up, my wife's gonna be home in like 12 minutes. Your meeting would have been over by now. Sorry, babe. Friends get their ass kicked by this thing. Dude, that was a big rocket ring. Now there's no more phases. They're at stage 10 right now. He's down to 14k health. Yeah, that was crazy, wasn't it, Neff? And then he would like spawn more minions. Ugh. That was crazy, man. In the early days of the plugin development. Yeah, you would. That was crazy. Because he would phase, and you guys would all shoot him, and then he would kill you all, which will put him back in the previous phase, and then just rinse and repeat over and over again. Ooh, look at that fan of flames. Jeez. Yeah, we really gotta get some streamers to come do this, man. They would fucking love it. They just won't even give it a thought or a chance to see. If they did, they would. The first streamer that finally takes that on and like, you know what? Fuck it. Got a big following, but I'm gonna listen to this little server and do what they want me to do. The first one that does that is gonna be the winner. Like, they're gonna be like, wow, and the other ones are gonna be like, damn, we should have done that content. That's cool. They're gonna miss out. So eventually, we'll get somebody to do it. I really think it'd be a gold mine for them for content. Exactly. I really think it would be a huge thing. And again, you know what? That's even more reason for me to keep this exclusively to Zombie. Oh shit! They did it! They did it! Wraith has been defeated. 514,000 damage. Look at that. Good shit. 5 legendary items. Nice job, you guys. Real nice job. Really nice job. hour and 20. That's fucking insane. That is insane. So what's let me see y'all's MMR now here. Post your team MMR thing into the server meeting chat. You know what I'm talking about, the one that it shows on your screen. My screen shows different. My screen is just showing me like I was another player on the server. There's the man, you and Johnny and Yondala, y'all are neck and neck, dude. Actually, Kenji, you're just as neck and neck with Yondala as he is with Johnny. Good shit. I'll go post. Did you guys post that yet? I want to see what that turned out. There it is. Yeah. So your team MMR was almost the top, 2492, and the highest it can go is 2500. So that was almost a full power wraith, like the maximum it can go. That's insane. Hit points 5 times almost. Damage and all the other stuff almost 2 to 3 times. But the reward is 3 times, so that's cool. That's good shit. All right, stream. Well, that was a wraith fight. You got to see it. That took longer than the whole fucking meeting. Good job, 3. Oh, look at that. You get a perfect little sunset when it ends, too. Hey, you guys want me to load Blood Moon real quick? Just kidding. Kind of reminded me of it, seeing that sunset. Kenji said, yeah. I don't even know if Blood Moon's ready. I gotta
It is
go.
not. It's day 44.
No, I'm in Rust.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. No, you know what? You guys are gonna have to wait like everybody else does. You guys always get to be the test subjects on new things, and I'm gonna keep it fair and make everybody get it at the same time. As fun as it would be. That was a great job on Wraith, though. I love the way it ended with a sunset like that. I'm only level 5,000 and have every legendary. I care. You guys were awesome, man. That was a great fight. Great fight. All right, stream. I'm ending this. I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm going to go chill with my wife on the couch and goof off in some 7 days. And tomorrow morning, I'm going to get up bright and early and get to work on fixing plugins for the Force Wipe. Got a lot of work to do. Y'all have a good night. We're still taking map tester applications. Anybody wants to be a map tester? We're taking staff apps too. Put it in through support bot. If you want to be a map tester, just put a staff application in, but just type map tester for all the answers instead of actually answering them. And that way we know it's just to be a map tester. A lot less strict on accepting map testers. Anyway, we could use them. See you guys later. Thanks for coming. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.
Thank you all. Have a good night.